Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Y'all come on in and hit the like button. Happy Tuesday, kings and queens. Y'all come on in, hit the like button. Make sure you share the video. Go tell a friend. If you know somebody looking for non-phone 1099, no interview, some of these you don't need experience. Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Y'all come on in. This is an early live stream today. I did one yesterday. If you missed that one, make sure you go back and check it out. Non-phone jobs were on that video. Now today, part-time. I will be doing part-time non-phone. So go spread the word. Go tell a friend that I am live right now, about to drop some non-phone part-time jobs at the end of the video. Hey, y'all. Hey, make it make sense. They say, hey, two chicks. Hey, Queen Devin. She says, happy Tuesday. Hey, Knit and Crochet. She says, hey. MBG says, hey, Carl. I've been missing y'all lives. Well, welcome back, Queen. Hey, Shanae. Shanae says, hello, hello, hello. Hey, Queen Kizzy. Welcome back, Queen. She says, good afternoon, Carol. Liked and shared. Thank you. Hey, Sheila. Sheila says, hello. Is it Scylla? She says, hi, I'm in Spain. Oh. I don't know, Scylla. I think the majority of these are for the U.S., but one of the companies, they do hire in other countries, but I'm not sure if it's Spain, though. Detroit says, hey, everyone, happy Tuesday. Enjoy. Hey, Chantel, how are you, Queen? She says, good afternoon, everyone. Hey, Ellie. She says, good afternoon, Carl. Hey, Two Chicks fam. Hey, Queen Tanya. She says, hey, I caught the daytime live. Yeah, you did. Okay. So Kizzy says the recruiter reached out from CareNet Health and I have to take the assessment next. All right, Kizzy. Well, congrats. At least you heard back, Queen. So that's something to celebrate. Hey, husband Helen, how are you, Queen? She says, hey, Carl. Hey, Terry. Terry says, good afternoon, everyone. I liked and shared. Thank y'all so much. Hit the like button if you are just coming in, and make sure you go and tell a friend about what we do over here on this YT platform. And if anybody has any good news that they want to share, just go ahead and put it in the chat so that we can celebrate you. Chantel says, I'm doing better. Had a fibromyalgia flare up this morning. Oh no, Queen. Well, glad to hear you are doing better. Oh, they added another campaign. So MBG says shift off added another campaign recently for anyone interested. Let me try to see. I know we have that one, but let me find it. And thank you, Queen, for sharing information. Shift off is a good egg, everybody. This one, you don't have to do an interview with a recruiter, and you can pretty much select the campaigns and work whenever you want. So let me go and find the information if anybody here is interested in that one. And I believe, I'm not sure about all their campaigns, but some of their campaigns, you can live anywhere in the USA. So shift off, everybody. Y'all take a look at this one. Work when you want opportunity. And thank you again, MB. Thank you, husband Helen. She says, liked and shared. Is it Al? Hey, Al. Al says, hi, everyone. Helen says, hello to everyone. Hey, Queen Janice. She says, hey, Carolyn fam, I liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. And if anybody wants the daily pay, I did a video yesterday on 7 daily pay companies. A lot of the companies are beginner friendly. So if you are a beginner and you want daily pay, take a look at the video that I yesterday. I'm gonna throw it in here. Make it make sense says, hey, Carol Ann, what's going on? MB says also prolific is still a good one if you're not already signed up. So MB is dropping some gems right off the bat. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. Prolific, everybody. If you are new here, welcome. If you are looking for some side hustles to get started with, Prolific is a great one. So they are number 15 on this link. They do have a wait list. It is a survey site, but it is not your typical survey site. So take a look at number 15. Make it make sense. They say, hey, chat. Husband Helen says, I'm in pain. Back is hurting. Something awful. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Queen. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Helen. I appreciate that, Queen. Thank you so much. Kizzy said for shift off, I see you have to have Windows IT. Anybody have any recommendations on laptops? The ones that I like, Kizzy, I like Dell and I like HP. The gigs, I think is 8. I think you need like 8 gigs around. Let me see if Tan can pop on here. Cause you know she know. If don't nobody else know. Tan is at work, everybody, so that is why you guys don't see her on here. Hey, Walter. Walter says, hello, Miss Carr. I appreciate all that you do. God bless you. Thank you. God bless you as well. Jazzy, the boss, says, hey, y'all, do y'all know which jobs I can work with Google Chromebook? A lot of them, Jazzy, they don't accept Google Chrome. The side hustles will, but a lot of the companies don't accept Google Chrome. My suggestion would be, Queen, to apply to the ones that provide equipment. And I do have a link to a list of companies. So if you want to do that, and that way you don't have to, spend your money because they would ship you the equipment free. But I'll put the link here, Queen. There are 50 companies on here. I'm not sure if all 50 are hiring though. So if you click on one, let's say you click on the first one, it's not hiring, go to the website because they may have another job posted. I did the video like a couple of weeks ago. So these jobs, sometimes they come and they go fast. If I think of any ones that will accept the Chromebook, I will do a video on it. But I can't think of any right now, Queen. Only the side hustles like Prolific or the survey sites. Kids said refurbished is just fine for me if you have any. Helen says pay viewpoint. She says was hopping for the last few days on my second cash out. All right, Queen. Go ahead, Queen Helen. And I think I have that one also. We had some testimonies yesterday about pay viewpoint and also Sunday. Viewpoint has been on fire. So let me see if I can find that one. And if anybody is new here, put it in the chat. If you need the beginner companies, put in the chat also. If you have a testimony, let us know in the chat. So I do have Pay Viewpoint. They are number 9 on this list. It is an easy survey site. You can rack up quickly on this one. Number 9. Treetop says, first time live viewer. I love the channel. Thank you for your hard work. Much favor on you. I appreciate that, Treat. Proverbs 10:22. I'm going to read it. Chantel says Dell or HP, 8 gigs, 16 gigs, and 512. Thank you, Chantel. Tanya said, hit the like button. Thank you, Queen. Is it Burdell? Burdell says, blessings, Sister Queen, sharing. Thank you for sharing with us. No problem, and thank you for the share. You're welcome, Jazzy. Hey, Autism Mommy. She says, happy Tuesday. Show some love by liking and sharing this video. Thank you, Queen. And welcome back. If you were here yesterday, welcome back. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. MB says, my daughter made 55 on Prolific the other day. That was some birthday money for her. Well, happy belated to your daughter and congrats. That's awesome. So y'all be sure to get Prolific in the basket. Walterine. Okay, Walterine. I need the list for those who provide equipment. Okay. So if you are in need of a laptop and you want to work from home, I do have a link to a list of companies that provide equipment. Now, some of them, the positions posted, because I did this I want to say it was 2 to 3 weeks ago, the video, so they may not be hiring. However, go to the website. They may have some other jobs posted on the site. But they will send you guys the equipment for free. And let me say this. If you come across a company and the company is saying, hey, we are going to send you a check, and you take $300, $400, $500 and go and purchase a laptop and send us the rest of the money back, that is not the way the legit remote companies operate. If you get hired with a legit company, they will just send you guys the equipment. We've had several people to reach out to us asking, is this how they send equipment? Do they send a check first and then we have to go purchase the equipment? No, never, ever, ever. I've never, ever seen a legit company send a check first. They don't even know you. Why would they like that? Jazz said, definitely getting a laptop out here for real. And a lot of them, Jazzy, believe it or not, a lot of them do send equipment. Some of the good companies send equipment. Helen said, I did 10 surveys this morning. Okay, Helen. Hey, Queen Kathy. She says, good evening, everybody. And Miss Carol, welcome back. MB says, I signed up for the cost and the QA and they paid same day via PayPal. All right, Queen. Congrats to you. And Pay Viewpoint, they are still looking people. I'm sorry, Call Center QA. Call Center QA Mystery Shop Company. I'm going to drop the link here in the chat in a few minutes. Their recruiter reached out. She is still looking for individuals. She sent us an email last night when I got off the live stream. I saw the email late last night, and she is still looking for people. So we will be promoting them again in July. So y'all be sure to check out Call Center QA. Don't need experience. You're basically telephone mystery shop. So you will be calling a company, and whatever questions they want you guys to ask, you will ask those questions and then fill out a form, and you will be paid for the phone call. $6 to $8 is what they pay. Between 6 to 8 per call is what they pay. So I'm going to put it here in the chat. If anybody is interested in that one, they already know that you guys will be coming. And they are not doing interviews. You don't need experience, and they don't want a resume. No background checks either. Jazzy says, I like the paid viewpoint about the on that. That is a good one. Yeah. So Tangi says, hey, y'all, for the computers, I would suggest an HP with at least 8 gigs of RAM. So Tangi is on here. She says 250 gigs of hard drive space. Hey, Latina. She says, hello, I'm new here. Welcome, Queen. Thanks, Tan. Kizzy says, thanks, Tan. She says, make sure there are USB ports so that you can connect your peripherals. Blue Sky. Blue Sky says, peace to all. How are you? Hey, Leonica. She says, hey, Kerr. Happy Tuesday. Liked and shared. And hey to everybody in the chat. Welcome in, Leonica. She says, hey, Helen and Autism Mommy. Berdell says, are there any mystery shopping gigs that will pay in less than 4 to 6 weeks? The one that comes to mind is Presto Shopper. A lot of the other ones, it is like a 25, 30-day wait for the payout. The Presto Shopper, they have what they call Insta Shops. So the Insta Shops pay anywhere from 3 to 5 business days. And I did pop the link in the chat. Georgia, she says that's a scam. Yep. So if you are new to working from home, and I know sometimes we try to go and we try to find our own jobs, that's fine. But if you're new to working from home and you come across a company and they say, hey, we're going to send you a check, take $300 out, take $400, $500, $600, or whatever they say, take out, go purchase a computer, send us the rest back. That is not how legit remote jobs operate. They will just send you the equipment. They're not going to send you a check. They don't know you. They're not going to give you money up front and they don't know you. But if you take that check to the bank, you might walk out in handcuffs. So if you get a check from anybody and you know that you have not done any work for this company and they are sending checks up front, or they're telling you to go, hey, go get a gift card. No. Again, that is not how legit companies operate. They will send you the equipment up front. Helen says, hey, Leonica. Kizzy says, hi, Leonica. Hey, Dasawa. Dasawa says, hello, sitting outside at the farmer's market while on lunch. Terrific Tuesday, everyone. Hey, Leo Love and Laugh. She says, hey, Two Chicks family. Jazzy says, yes, they do. I work for a few. About to run this bag up. Hey, Sermon. Sermon says, yeah, I had someone that tried to say that I could use their check to go get the equipment. Yep, got to be careful because they are out here. Most definitely. They are out here. So be careful, everybody. If you come across anything and it just don't feel right, it don't look right, always do research first. Call the company. Go find a phone number. Go to the company's website. Somewhere on that website, at the top or the bottom, it will have a contact us link. Contact them. Hey, I came across this ad. I'm just trying to see, are you guys hiring for work from home agents? I didn't see anything on your website. Somebody reached out to me. It takes 1 to 5 minutes to do this. And then 1 to 5 minutes could save you time, money, and your life. So I always research the companies first. Go to the website again. If you see something and it just, I don't know about that, because I had somebody to email me the other day, and she was like, I got a data entry job, but it was from a logistics, some type of transportation logistics. So I gave it to Tan. I said, never heard of this company. So Tan, she went, looked it up. She was like, I don't see anything about work from home on their site. Everything on their site dealt with mechanical stuff, 18-wheelers, engineers, stuff like that. Nothing data entry wise, nothing work from home wise. So the only thing we could say was scam. So be mindful, everybody. Chantel says, congrats to all the wins on these jobs. Leonica says, hi, Kizzy, and Live, Love, and Laugh. And Kizzy says, congrats, everybody. Live, Love, and Laugh says, hey, Leonica. B-Soul says, hey, Kara, just completed my first 3 calls with call center QA. All right, Queen, congratulations. Let me put this up here. Congrats, B-Soul. So B-Soul says she did her first 3 calls with call center QA, everybody. Congratulations. So if you are interested in a easy, this is a phone one though, telephone mystery shop company. Y'all be sure to check out call center QA. No interview, no experience, and you can do it in your own time. Hey, Queen Gwendolyn, how are you? She says, good afternoon, ladies. Hey, the Bruno says, good afternoon, everyone. Gwendolyn says, good afternoon, everybody. Trying to do a prolific study now while I'm supposed to be working. All right, Gwen. We see you, Queen. You cutting up today. Burdell says, okay, thank you. No problem. Kizzy says, Carol, I have about 10 websites from the jobs that you talked about recently. I'm going to apply to all of them after I critique my resume to fit the job description. Fancy Hands is next. Now, with Fancy Hands, Queen, I don't think you need a resume for them. I don't think so. I don't remember sending them a resume unless they've changed it, but I don't think you need one for them. Hey, Empress. Empress says, hi, everyone. I am new here. Welcome, Queen. Hey, Queen Dania. She says, hey, Carol, liked and shared. Thank you. Shanna says, hey, Carol, in chat. Hey, Queen, how are you? Is it Adele? Adele says, hi, Carol. I have not got any assignments yet from call center QA. I did my test call and got the acceptance email. Well, Queen, it's a lot of people signing up. I'm pretty sure they will get to you. How long ago was it? Alma, hey, Queen. She says, hello, Two Chicks family, joining in from North Carolina. North Carolina is in the house. She says, my first time on the live. Love your channel. I shared and like. Thank you so much. Latina says, hello, question. How can we copy the leads you are sharing? So if you are on a mobile phone, Queen, log out, and I'm running 2 live streams. So come in the one that's the desktop version, or you can change your phone to the desktop version. If you're on a mobile phone, you might not be able to click the links unless you are in desktop mode. Knit and Crochet, she says, hey, Leonica. Shanna says, congrats to all. MB says, Adele, look for another email with the list of calls they want you to complete. Thank you, Queen. Adele, read that right there. Hey, Smile. She says, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Alma says hello to everyone. Hey, Tammy. She says, good afternoon, everyone. Hey, Delicious. She says, hey, Carla, I appreciate all the helpful advice. You're welcome. Kizzy says, Fancy Hands is asking me to complete a voice test of ordering a meal. How is this normally completed? Now, that I don't know, Kizzy. I don't know. I didn't have to do a voice test. Is that the one you picked, or did they pick it for you? Anybody knows and you guys can help Kizzy out, we would greatly appreciate it. You're welcome, Latina. Thank you, Tammy. Y'all be sure to hit the like button. Somebody gonna win this laptop. I got it right here. Beauty says, hello, I have signed up to play games for money. I have made a few cents, but would like to learn how to make the most. Which ones, Beauty, have you signed up for? Dania says, go to the live chat on the phone to click the links. Thank you, Dania. Leonica has a testimony. She says, Grace chat. She's at 1165, 1133 on pay viewpoint, 50 cents on, is it 20? AI survey app, 440 on viewpoint, 685 on MSR, 50 cent on money time, 925 on up promise or you promise. Okay, Queen. Congrats. She says, hey Dania and hey Knit and Crochet. Hey Cowboy. Cowboy says hello everyone. Leonica says, do you have an Android, Beauty? Dania says, get that money, Leonica. She says, you know it, Dania. And if you are new here, welcome to the live stream. If this is your first time joining, welcome to the live stream. We do drop a lot of information here, so take screenshots, jot down the information, grab a pen, a piece of paper. If you have to, you can always come back and watch the replay. So the live streams, they do stay up after we get off. We don't take them down, so you are more than welcome to come back to the live and watch the replay. Now, I did a live yesterday. If you missed that one, video is still up if you guys want to check it out. We had a lot of awesome testimonies and Sunday live stream, it is up as well if you guys want to go check that one out. Tan was here Sunday, but this live and yesterday she has not been here because she is at work. So I do have a list of beginner friendly. So again, if you are new here and you're looking to get into the work from home field, these companies here will allow you to gain the skills, the knowledge, and the experience and kind of just get the feel, get your feet wet of working from home. A lot of them I used to work for, Tan has worked for, and some of our queens are currently working for or have worked for in the past. So take a look at the link. Again, there are 30 companies on here. I think all of them are state specific. Number 18, Cambly, they hire anywhere in the world. So if you live overseas and you want to work from home, Cambly is a great one to start with. They just don't hire in California and New Jersey, but they are a good one because you don't need experience, resume. They're not going to call you for an interview. So y'all be sure to check out the list. So Leonica, she is trying to help you out, Beauty. Shanna says, hey, Leonica, congrats on your wins. Hey, Lisa. Lisa says, hello to everybody. Beauty says, yes, Leonica, I do. Leonica says, now with the Twino, the AI bot answers the surveys for you. Okay. One of my subscribers recommended it to me on my gaming channel the other night. I'm going to write that one down. Thank you, Leonica. She says, thanks, Carol and Shanna. And Beauty says she is doing best play. Leonica says, do you have Just Play? She says, Just Play is a good one as well. I have some gaming apps I can recommend. That's what I do, Beauty. And she says, yes, I play Just Play. B-So says, what is the side hustle for fast food? So that one is Market Force. It's a mystery shop site. And I'll drop it here, B-So's. This is a good one. So if you like eating fast food, or if you have children, they like McDonald's, and you might have gone to McDonald's today and you probably just didn't know that this is a side hustle that you can be paid for. You can McDonald's, Burger King, Zaxby's, and you can be paid. So if you are interested in that one, I'm going to drop the company here. The company is Market Force. Y'all be sure to check it out. It's a mystery shop site. Don't need anything, resume, interview experience. If you can read and follow directions, you can do this. Kizzy says it's a part of the application that says audio test. Oh, there must be something new, Queen. She said the question says, pretend to introduce yourself and place an order for a pastrami sandwich on rye with no mayo. Ask Chat GPT. That's something new. I didn't have to do an audio. Leonica said, what type of games do you like to play, Beauty? Shanna says, you welcome, Leonica. She says, if you are listening to the radio cash, radio is a good one too. Beauty says it doesn't matter as long as they pay, but I would like easier games. And Leonica says she has a list. Queen Soul, yep, but Tan does resumes and she does them on the live stream. I think she's gonna do one. She hasn't done one since maybe like a month or so ago, but she does have some videos up, Queen. If you want to search our channel, just type in resumes and her videos will come up. Like bingo. She says all the games I have pay out, Beauty. Plant-based says I'm rocking somewhere between 10 and 12 inches. We don't care. Bye. Danielle says Presto is fast food. Okay, that's right. They are. Thank you, Danielle. I'm gonna drop Presto back in here. And I think it's another one that does the restaurants, but I can't think of who it is. Hey, Queen Anita. She says hi. She says hi, everyone. I'm late today. You okay, Queen? So Leonica, she's telling you, Beauty, which ones to download. Anita said, Leonica, I have some questions for you. Is there any way I can email you? She says, yep, you can. And she put her email here in the chat. Anybody else got any good news that they want to share? So intermission, everybody. So we're giving away this laptop. Let me do my ASMR. So y'all be sure to go and tell a friend. Somebody is going to win this laptop. I got some more, but they are over at my father's house. But this one I have. So somebody's going to get it. So y'all be sure to go and run and tell somebody. Share this video out and let your friends and family members know that we are giving away a laptop. If you are not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, like some videos, share some videos, leave us a comment, and don't forget to pop in on these live streams. Hey, Country Blessings, how are you? Country Blessings says, greetings from South Carolina, kings and queens. Thanks always, two chicks. Y'all are awesome. Just did my first mystery shop. All right, with our secret shop, signing up for more companies. All the tabs are open. Congratulations, Country Blessings. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So y'all be sure to get some of the mystery shop eggs in the basket. If you have to leave the house anyway, you might as well get some of these shops in the basket. Queen so right. She's not on here. But this queen last week, she was on a live last Wednesday, $800 for the week. It was close to $9, like $880 something for the week. Queen Kizzy, she is in here. Hers is coming up the pipeline this week, $650 off of mystery shops. So if you need money, which we all do, and you are still waiting to hear back from the companies, I wouldn't wait on them. And that's just me. I wouldn't wait because you might quite some time. Just never know, because everybody wants to work from home now. A lot of these companies, and I'm sure you guys are watching, they are closing their doors. Seems like every other day somebody is going out of business. Somebody has let go 1,000 people, 10,000 people, 500 people. So make sure you start filling up the eggs. Anita says, I need one because mine is outdated. I can't even hook a monitor to it. Oh no, Queen. She says, thank you. I appreciate you, Leonica. Kizzy says, oh, for fast food mystery shop. She says, add these. So y'all take a screenshot. Kizzy is giving you some companies. And this queen, I just said, this is Kizzy, everybody. She got $650 coming up the pipeline off of mystery shop company. Some of y'all still asleep. Y'all behind the wall back here. Y'all back here behind my wall, or y'all behind Tan bookcase. But Tan ain't on her, so I got to use the wall. So some of y'all are still back here behind the wall. And money on the table, we got several queens and kings that will most definitely pick the money up. Autism Mummy is in here. This queen has 60 side hustles. 60, 60. She probably got more than that because Autism Mummy is slick. She'll get more and won't say nothing, but she got 60, I'll say 60 plus side hustles. She got kids at home. If this it, you can do it too. You can do it too. Leonica, she has a lot. Kizzy has a lot. Leonica says, you're welcome, Anita. Leo Love and Laugh says, congrats to everyone. Meeks is in here. Meeks has quite a bit. She says, hi, Carol and chat. Welcome in, Queen. Be so, subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, hype the video, and interact with us here on the streams. Alma says, congrats, Kizzy. Dania says, y'all better wake up. She said, y'all better wake up. And get from behind the bookcase or the wall. I'm telling y'all don't. We got some queens in here that will most definitely pick that money right on up off the table. Hey, Swag and Pretty. She says, hi, everyone. Shared and like. Thanks for the hard work. Two chicks keep the laptops coming, Queen. We need them. So we've given away, if I had to guess, probably maybe close to 30 already just over the years. This year, we gave out 3 in January. So Earl got 1, Queen T got 1, and Queen Ursula got 1. So we gave out 3 in January, and then I have this one here, and then I have some more at my father's house. So y'all be sure to subscribe, like, share, leave us some comments in the comment section under the videos, and come on these live streams. And we got some queens in here that have won laptops. Autism Mummy, she has 1. Meeks has 1. I think all of our mods have 1. If I'm not mistaken, I think all of our moderators have 1 laptop. Cynthia, Teresa, L. Dot, Queen Natalie, she has 1 too. Beauty said, Leonica, can you add your email again? And she did. She says it's time ETC. So yeah, I talked about that one yesterday, but I can find it, Country Blessings, if you are wanting to check them out. It's a good one. I think it's a good egg. Autism Mummy, she has that egg. And we had another queen yesterday. Y'all. I don't want to say the wrong queen, but we had a queen yesterday that was hired with Time ETC also. And she had a non-phone client. So some of the clients just depends with Time ETC. They are a virtual assistant company. Depends on the client that you get. You might have to make phone calls. Her client, she said her client was social media only. So she doesn't have to make any phone calls or anything. They just want help with their brand, with their, just, I guess, like trying to pop out on social media. So she's giving like ideas and stuff like that, maybe helping them post or do blog posts. She has a different client. So you won't have the same client that, if I were to apply, I won't have the same client that Tan has. We will all have different clients. But I'll put them here. Let me find them. If anybody's interested in that one. I think the starting pay for that one is 17, I believe. I think it's 17 an hour for Time ETC. But hang on, I gotta find them. On Swag and Pretty says mine is falling apart a little bit. A little bit. It's too fun. The kid says I'm claiming the laptop to be sent to me. Rebecca says, is a Chromebook good enough? Computer? Nope. No, ma'am. Unfortunately, Rebecca, it is not. The software for a lot of the computers, the Chromebooks cannot handle. So my suggestion, Queen, apply to some of the companies that provide equipment. They'll send the equipment for free. Now, earlier in the video, I stated, if you go and you're looking for remote jobs and you come across or somebody on Facebook saying, hey, we will send you a check. You take $600 out, $500, $400, $300 out, go cash the check, take their money out and go purchase a laptop. This is not how a legit remote job operates. They will never, ever send you a check up front. They will just send you the equipment. They ain't got no reason to send you a check. They don't know you. Nobody's giving you free money. It's not free money. So if you take that to the bank, you walk in, you might walk out in some handcuffs because it's fraudulent. Otherwise, anybody, if you could, and it really is too good to be true, right? Who's gonna send you free money? I don't know you. Why am I sending you a check? Why would I send you a check with my bank account information on it? Real companies, they don't really send checks anymore, everybody. Direct deposit, PayPal. Every now and again, you may come across a company that'll send a check, but why would they send a check up front? You ain't done no work. We don't know you from a can of paint. Why would I send you a check? So let's think here. Let's think about that, because I know some people will see that and be like, "Ooh, they're gonna send me a check." No, they're not. They're gonna send you one. Fraudulent though. Take it to the bank if you want to. I can guarantee you, when people at the bank gonna step in the back and they're gonna be calling the police, and you're gonna be trying to go out their door, and they're going to arrest you. So when it comes to working from home, you have to be careful because the scammers, they are using real legit companies. And if you have not noticed, you can go on some of these companies' websites and it'll say a box will pop up, or it'll be somewhere at the top or in the middle. We do not send checks. We do not send gift cards. Be careful. You know, if it didn't come from this email, that is not us. So please, 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 if you know that you did not up to this company and all of a sudden you get emails and emails and emails, and you know you've never heard of this company before, you never sent a resume, you never filled out application with your emails, because you have been filling out applications to other companies, and voila, you see a company, could be a company, but start that email, the wording, something is going to be off. If you come across a data entry job and the job is saying $50 an hour, I've never seen a data entry job paying that much. Never, ever, ever. And I've been working from home since 06. Never seen a legit one. I've seen the scams, but not the legit ones. If somebody is on Facebook with the inbox me and they saying, oh, I'm a recruiter, they don't do that. Recruiters do not do that on Facebook. 9 times out of 10, it's going to either be a scammer or MLM. So be careful, everybody, when it comes to the remote jobs. If you get a job, like I said, I had somebody reach out to me in Tan, where she sent it to me and she was like, hey, I got this job. I don't know if you guys posted this, but it was data entry and it was a logistics company. So I was like, I ain't never heard of this company. Never heard of the company. Tan looked it up. The company was all about transportation. They did not have anything listed on the site pertaining to a work from home job. Nothing, no data entry, no transcription, nothing. And I was like, no, that's a scam. We The company is legit, but we've never posted the company because they don't. So no, ma'am, we didn't post it. I don't know where you saw it, but you didn't get it here. But just do your research. Minutes can save your life. If you have to call them, get them on the phone. Hey, I've been talking to John Doe. Is John Doe the recruiter? Because he emailing me and he's saying, y'all got a data entry job that's paying $50 an hour. I went on the site. I don't see it. What is it going to hurt you to call them folks to see if it's a legit job? Don't just believe it because they put it on Facebook. So people put jobs on Facebook all day long. I see it. You see it. Sometimes they are not legit. So just be mindful, everybody, when it comes to remote jobs. Now, if you are looking for the jobs that provide equipment, I do have a list of them. Now, if they are not hiring for the positions anymore, just go to the website and check to see what they have available. Hey, Tracy. She says, okay, great. I was wondering how to be eligible for the laptop giveaway. Thanks. No problem, Queen. Meek says, yes, mine came with a travel bag. Not all of that. Did it come with all of that, Meek? Let me see what this one come with. Did it come with all of that? I don't know. See, don't tell me that. I don't know. It's a Lenovo. It don't say what it come with, Meeks. I don't want to open it. But Meeks was one of our laptop winners. Helen says, people think we playing, but this is serious business. with these side hustles. Queen Helen, she has a lot, everybody. Helen, let everybody know how many you got. I think she got, I got to guess. I think Helen got 50. Leonica says, hey, sis, Meeks. Leonica says, yes, that part, Helen. Meeks says, hey, sis, Leonica. What is VTC, BSOs? Serenity says, how can we show we know how to do social media? What you mean, Serenity? Pamela says, hello, everyone. Like to share video. She says, just play 767, inbox 1045. Okay, Queen. Go ahead, Queen Pamela. Congrats. Alma says, Helen, you are right. Amen. It is really time to stop sleeping behind oh, virtual assistant. Oh, let me find it. I thought I put it in here. I got to find it, y'all. So Time ETC, that one is a virtual assistant. And Autism Mommy, she has that one. And another queen from yesterday. She was hired also with Time ETC. I think we got somebody else that works for them, but I cannot remember who it is. Let me find it, everybody, and I'll put it here. Tan is not on here to help me out. Somebody was hired with Belay also. Belay is another one. They are a virtual assistant also. Now, if you miss shift off, this one, somebody said they have another campaign. No interview for that one. Work when you want opportunity. I just put that one in the chat. So get shift off. It's another good egg to get in the basket. Let me find Time ETC. I don't know why I can't find it today. I could find it yesterday. Let's see. Hang on, everybody. I'm looking for Time ETC. Got it. Okay, I got it. So they are number 2 on this link. So if anybody's interested in Time ETC, this is a virtual assistant. And again, so let me reiterate on Time ETC. So this one is a virtual assistant. You will not get the same client. If I were to work for the company, Autism Mommy works for the company, we will not have the same client. Her client could have social media and she's doing social media or her client, but I might have to make phone calls for my client. My client say, I need a shampoo tomorrow at 9 a.m. I need to go get my nails done, my feet done. I got to make phone calls. But Autism Mommy's client, they're only concerned about social media. So again, the queens that are asking about the virtual assistant, you guys will not have the exact same client that somebody else has. So if her client is just non-phone, straight non-phone, your client may or may not be non-phone, but you might get a client that is non-phone. Rebecca, take a look at that list. There are some beginner-friendly companies on there. I don't know which ones because it is 50. It's 50 companies on there. Ola, not sure what you mean. Can you put me through? Not sure what you're asking. Is it Verdia or Vidia? Vidia says, good afternoon, ladies. Good afternoon. Husband Helen says, hey. Vidia, she says, welcome. Dania says, be careful even with LinkedIn. And this is why you both say, do your own research. Go to the company's website. Yep, LinkedIn. They turning into scam. They kind of becoming like Indeed to me. From what I see people saying, I don't go on LinkedIn and look for no jobs. I don't. Kathy says that happened to her. She says, I called the company to verify. Y'all see that? Call the company. If you want the job and you got to get these people, I'm not giving y'all my information. I got to know if y'all legit first. I'm not going to hand over my social. I got too much riding on it, so I can't. So you're not getting my social. You might not even get my real name. You might get my alias. So call the company, everybody. If you can't find nothing online, but only a phone number, or if you do find a website, they don't have a phone number, contact us. Look at the top, look at the bottom, click it, fill out the information. Just, even if you need chat to help you write it, go to chat. Hey, can you write this? I'm trying to verify the company is legit. What should I say? Chat gonna give it to you. Put it in there, hit submit, and then wait for them to email you back. It can save your life. I had another young lady last year emailed me data entry on Facebook. She said, hey, Carl, did you post this job? I could already look at it and tell. I said, no, this is a scam. She's like, how you know? I said, because why are they on Facebook? The recruiters do not recruit from Facebook. I've never seen a real recruiter recruit from Facebook. I said, so that's how I know it's a scam. And then $50 an hour? No, ma'am. Data entry? Never heard of the company. So she was like, oh, darn, I sent them my social security number, my name, my address. I was like, she sent out her information. At that point, I can't help you. Now, if she had to come to me before she sent her information, I could have stopped her from sending it. She came to me after. So if you are unsure, you can email and say, hey, have y'all heard about this company? Do y'all know anything? They're saying, they got this job, customer service job, it's paying 15. They got this job, it's paying 20, this job, that job. Have y'all heard of them? I had somebody to email about Live Ops. I work for Live Ops, so of course I could look at the email and right off the wham, it was liveopps.com. That's not how you spell Live Ops. I said, look at that email again. That's not how you spell Live Ops. That was first red flag. Second red flag, they wanted her to do an interview. I said, Live Ops don't do interviews. So there was 2 red flags that let me know, hey, queen, scam. Do not send these people your information. Delete, block, what you have to do, but don't send the information. Go to Live Ops' website. This is the website, the legit website. Look at the email. They have 2 P's in opps.com. It's only 1 P. Ursula, hey Queen. She says, hi, Carolyn. All happy Tuesday. Election day. Love the head. Thank you. She says, like and share. Surprised to catch a lot this time. Just voted. Yep, I've been doing them. I was here yesterday, Ursula. But welcome back, Queen. Hope all is well. Kizzy says, Helen. She says, this is serious business. Hey, Patricia. She says, hey, everyone. Kizzy says, Meeks, do you have any pointers on fancy hands? Leonica says, did you get the email, Beauty? Rebecca says, thank you. I need something consistent and that fits my schedule. It's been 8+ years since I worked the 9 to 5. I get nervous. Need to fund my business until I get some grants. I understand, Queen. Cindy, yep, they got the one way, but it's not with a recruiter. So when I say no interview, yeah, the one ways, but you ain't got to look at nobody. So those are hard. I've done several of those where the recruiter's sitting right here on the side of me and asking me all these questions, and I got to think quick to answer. So the one ways are easy because nobody's there. I'm gonna mess this up. I'm gonna say Chick. Hey Chick, she says, thank you to Chick, mastering the best side hustles and elevating the game. So this is Hustling Helen. We got 2 Helens. So this is number 2. Because number 1, she got a lot of side hustles too. But number 2, she says she has way over 50 now. She says, I can't keep up. My notifications are off the hook because I have multiple streams of income. And this queen is 65 years old, everybody. So, hey, y'all that's back here. Y'all back here behind the wall. She's 65. She got 50 plus. That should motivate, inspire some of y'all that's just sitting here looking at me and wondering, what can I do to make money from home under the sauce? Everybody else gonna make you pay for it. They're not gonna give it to y'all free. They selling jobs now, everybody. Are y'all not paying attention to what's happening in the world? Well, let me school y'all for a minute. People are selling remote jobs, especially the non-phone. They selling them. I've seen it. If you ain't seen it, you don't believe me, go look on social media. Go to TikTok. First place you can go look. Go to Facebook. A lot of them Facebook groups, they're selling it. They're selling non-phone jobs. They're selling call center jobs. They're selling data entry jobs. They're selling them. I'm trying to help y'all out here. Leonica says shift off is $10.99. And she says schedules can be done in 30-minute increments. Thank you, Leonica. So again, everybody, what you waiting on, Queen? Why don't you have some eggs in that basket? Now, some of y'all know my story. Some of y'all don't. So let me give it to you real quick. So back in 2018, right. I was working for DoorDash. This is when DoorDash had the order placers at home remote job. Leonica used to work for them. Tan, she worked for them also. Now, I was bringing in between 35 some months to $4,500. Let me say it again. I know they went over somebody's head. You was bringing in what? I was making $35,000 to $4,500 a month off of y'all with me? So I get a nice, nasty email. Hey, Carl, your contract will be terminated at the end of the month. They gave me 2 weeks, everybody, 2 weeks. I got a mortgage. I got car insurance. I got cable. I got internet. I got a cell phone. I got health insurance. And I probably had at that time maybe like 5 or 6 credit cards. And I got house insurance. I only had that one job. Don't be like me, everybody. Don't be like me. I only had one job that taught me a lesson. The lesson was If you only got one job, king and queen, I feel so sorry for you, because and then now, of course, now back then rent was not high, mortgage payments were not high, car notes were not high. But now everything is what, 3 times, 4 times higher than what it was back then. And you only got that one job. In this economy, and groceries is high as giraffe lips. You better get some side hustles. I'm trying to give them to you. One is not enough. If you only have one, take a look at some of these queens here. A lot of the queens here, and I can name a few: Autism Mummy, Hustling Helen here on the screen, Leonica, Kizzy, Meeks. They have a lot. Even King Earl has 20, and he's an older gentleman. He's a veteran. He has 20 side gigs and side hustles. So get you more than one. If you got to get a job, get a job. I'm not knocking it. If you got to get 2 jobs, get 2 jobs. If you need a full-time and a part-time, nothing wrong with that. But if you are waiting, and you have been waiting, let's just say if you've been waiting for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months to hear back from the companies, what is stopping you from getting a shift off, a market force, a Ellis, a playtest cloud, a iView? It's so many. Prolific has paid car notes here to some of the queens here in the chat. Branded surveys. Meeks went on vacation from branded surveys. King WG, he was paying bills off of branded surveys. So don't knock it until you try it. And if you have tried it and you were not consistent, that's your fault, not mine. So again, everybody, take a look at Shift Off. This is a good egg to get in the basket. There is a one-way interview, but it is not with a recruiter, and you can work, Leonica just said it, 30-minute increments. So what are we going to do? We're not going to be like how I was back then with just that one job. I only had one, and it was independent contractor. And it was with DoorDash. But again, that taught me a lesson, because right after that, I started applying here, applying there, applying. And the good Lord shined down on me and started swinging them doors open. Got this one, Cambly. Swing again. I got another one the following month, and it was for a teacher tutor company. And after that, I ended up getting 2 more schools under my belt. So he came in and saved the day. That I needed more eggs, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I got a mortgage, I got this, got that. I wouldn't have done that. I would have had my stuff together, and I would have had them eggs in that basket. So when that email came, I would have been like, oh, okay, oh well, I ain't worried about it. I got 5, 6, 7 more eggs here that'll cover everything that I need to cover in this house. So y'all come on and get some eggs. Get you a 12 of them. That's what Earl says. Earl says you need at least a dozen eggs in the basket. So this is what Leonica said about Shift Off, 1099. Again, you can schedule 30 in increments. This is a work when you want company. They do have different campaigns. So if you see a campaign and maybe you're like, I don't really want to work that one, you don't have to. You can wait till they add some more. If you see another campaign that you're interested in, you can go ahead and get that one. So the link to Shift is in the chat. And I think Shift Off, I think they hire everywhere. Shipped off. GT. Beauty said, Leonica, let me check. Cindy says, and they charge $40 background fee. I'm sure it's one time for all contracts. And I'm sure you can make that back, Queen. Invest in yourself is what I say. Leonica says, I am saying here in the chat, Beauty. Patricia, thank you. Meek says hers is the gateway. She got the black and the white box. Okay. You know I can't remember Meeks. We done sent so many. Hey, Drea. She says, hi, everyone. Great surprise. Thank you, Dr. J. Latoya, I agree. Latoya says, indeed, they have a lot of scammers. So you got to be careful, everybody, if you are looking for remote jobs on Indeed. If you don't know what you're doing, it's best to call. It's if you just don't know how to spot. I mean, I can spot them. Some friends here, they can spot them. But if you just are new to working from home and you just really don't know what you're doing, and you like, oh, girl, I found this job. I'm paying $25 an hour. I don't need no skills. I don't need this. You better call them. Dr. J says, hey, Carol Miles and Chad. How are you today, Queen? Denise said, might be Nicole as an alias. Right. Kids, it says, hey, Dr. J. Helen said, my inbox are full. So many messages. I get a lot of notifications back to back letting me know, girl, come back, make this money. Y'all better be like Queen Hustling Helen here. Again, the Queen has 50 plus side hustles, and she's an older queen, everybody. Dr. J says, Carl and Kizzy, I begun my registration for Ellis. I didn't finish because I had to stop to make my appointment on time. Will finish when I arrive home later. All right, Dr. J. So Dr. J, she is signing up for the Ellis, and Ellis is the apartment mystery shop. You don't know what that means or you don't know what that is. This is a great mystery shop company. Tan used to do this one. She's still signed up to them. This is the one where you go especially if you're looking for an apartment. You don't really have to be looking for an apartment, but if you are looking, get this egg in the basket. You probably didn't know that you can go and view apartments and get paid to do so. This one, I would say top tier. Their bonuses could be $100. The shop could be 30, 35, 40. The bonus could be 100. So you could literally go in, review an apartment, talk to the leasing agent, maybe take a few pictures, record the conversation, walk out. You made $145 in an hour. Denise says it's good to have EIN for $10.99. I agree. Dr. J says happy Tuesday, everybody. Kids says way to go, Dr. J. She says thanks. Cindy says laugh out loud. Kung Fu, hey Queen. She says I know I keep going in and out, but I have been having trouble with the live channels. We'll keep trying. I see you, Queen. B-Soul says, yep, Appen almost got me. They were not CrowdGen. And I know the one you're talking about. I think it's Appen USA. That one is a scam. Hey, King Alex. He says, hey, Carl, happy Tuesday. What's good, everybody? Dr. J says, hey, Alex. So I'm going to put this up. Meek says, for fancy hands, the easiest assessment is the one with the sandwich order and the museum direction. Be sure to check the hours because based on the question they asked, the museum would be closed. Tangi is in the chat, everybody. She says, hey, hey, hey. And I'm going to put fancy hands. Meek has this egg, everybody. This is a good egg. They don't do interviews. You can do this one in your own time. Another one, but it's with the company Fancy Hands. I'm going to put it here in the chat. I would say get this egg in the bag. 3 to 7 per task. You may have to talk on the phone, schedule appointments, doctor appointments, could be a hair appointment. May have to price a hotel. May have to schedule, may have to get a flight for somebody. So Fancy Hands is the company. They are not doing interviews. And again, virtual assistant work when you want opportunity. Okay, Helen. So Also, Helen says she will be turning 66 tomorrow, God willing. Well, happy early birthday, Queen. And again, everybody, Huston Helen here will be turning 66 tomorrow with her 50 plus side hustles. And hey, y'all still back here. Y'all still back there behind the wall. Me says, but also mention when it will be open. Be very detailed in your response. And also make sure you know the correct way to pronounce the name of the sandwich. And Fancy Hands, they are very, and it's a capital VERY. They are very ticky when it comes to those assessments. So Meeks is telling you guys, you have to be precise. If you give the directions, put some colors in there. Hey, stop at the stop sign with the white letters, the red stop sign with the white letters. Go through the door, the white door, the green door. You can just make up everybody knows the stop sign is red and white, but when it comes to like the doors, you can just say the white door, the black door, the purple door. Be precise. If you are not, reject. And you know how I know? Because I've applied to Fancy Hands 4 times. And on the 4th try, one of the queens came on a live and she said, you gotta be precise. You gotta get the colors in there. When I did that, they let me in. I didn't stay with Fancy Hands, but I did get in. I told Tan, they're gonna give me this task-based site. And I got it. Listen to what the queen was saying. Dr. J says, kids, I plan to complete for Market Force 2. I want mystery shop for restaurants and stores and etc. Tanja says, and I ain't work from home or shook a basket of fruit. Girl, hush. Tanja tried to be funny. Leonica says, happy early birthday, Helen. Anita says, happy early birthday. Hey, Remy. Remy says, hey, everybody. And Leonka says, hey, Remy. Me says, then you may come up on a glitch when you are trying to finish the assessment. Keep refreshing the screen. So Meeks is dropping the tips. Kizzy says, thanks, Meeks. Hey, T. She says, good afternoon, fam. Beauty not sure of your question, Queen. How can they guarantee? What company? I done dropped so many. Me says, besides that, keep in mind, it's not a full-time job. This one is a gig unless, she said, you time to sit by the computer for hours, you won't be able to earn much. Tasks are first come, first serve. She says, time ETC, they allow you to apply for work with the client, so you won't. She says, I have to fight with others for work. Fancy Hands is more flexible. Y'all better pay attention. We in class, Meeks is schooling y'all. She said RWS and Outlier are both hiring, so check them out as well. And I am on the video. Thank you. Remy says, I'm almost up to 30. With Brand, she says, Spark, she's a little over 230. Okay, Queen. Congrats, Remy. Kids says, okay, I'll get time. Kids gonna get them out. Hey, ain't no wrong with that, kids. Go ahead, Queen. Remy said, hey, Leonica. GT says, a shift off, good pay. See, okay, I gotta ask, what do you mean by good pay? Because my definition of good pay, it may not be the same as yours, GT. So what is good pay to you? Let us know. Me says, I'm using my phone, so I can't drop my referral link right now. She says, she's so sorry. Delicious says, oh my God, how is giraffe lips had me cracking up the way I holler, but it's true. Girl, child, we don't even want to talk about no groceries. Leonica said, different campaigns have different hourly rates. Thank you, Leonica. No One Greater said, do you have a list of W-2? I don't. We post a lot. Just search our channel, No One Greater. I don't have a list, though. Or look at our blogs. Tan, I think she dropped some jobs today. I'll put it here. TwoCheeksWithASideHustle.com. But we do post a lot on this channel. And the video today is just $10.99. But if you go back and look at some of my videos, you'll see a lot of W-2. Ain't that many $10.99. So more W-2 than $10.99. I'll say it that way. More W-2 than $10.99. GT says, thanks. Dania says, I feel you, Kara. This was me in January from Benny Link, and they shut down computers and stated they were laying out more than half the company. And today is your last day. I wasn't making as much as you. Yeah. So you got to be prepared because they most definitely coming with them surprises. Alex says, blessings. Thank you, Alex. Blessings, King. Helen says, thanks, Leonica and Anita. Leonica says, you're welcome, Helen. And she says, hey, Alex. Me says, some companies are posting misleading jobs on LinkedIn now as well. Such a shame. Girl, that is. She says, bro, got to make a quick call. Fancy hand. Okay. Shanna says, I signed up to call center QA the other day. Just need to complete the test call. All right, Queen. Go ahead, Shanna. Congrats. Kizzy says, if you're new here, please sign up with Ellis and you won't regret it. So if you are new, ask the questions. I'm live right now. Now, don't wait till I get off the live or about to go and then you think of 50 questions. Ask them right now while I am streaming. Now, tomorrow I won't be here. Well, Tan will be here tomorrow night. I don't know what time she's on here, but she will be here tomorrow night entertaining you guys. Now, I entertained y'all yesterday and today, but Tan will be here tomorrow entertaining. And if I have time, I'll come back on here Thursday. And I did put Ellis in the chat. Y'all be sure to get the egg in the basket. Remy says, hey, Tan and Carl. Hey, Queen. Delicious says, hey, Carl. I see CVS clients hiring in case somebody wanted to know. And it's remote. CVS, they do have a lot of remote jobs. So if healthcare is your thing, take a look at CVS. Cindy, can't really say, Queen. She says, how quickly does Fancy Hands get back to you? I don't remember. I did it years ago. So I don't know. Kizzy, how long did it take after you filled out the app for Fancy Hands? How long did it take them to get back to you? She says, I just completed call center QA practice and called today waiting for approval. Okay, good. Congrats, Cindy. Hey, Romaine. Welcome back. Good evening to all the queens and kings. I hope everyone's day has been good. She says, hey, Kara, you have a headache. Are you okay? Holding your head. Nope, I ain't got no headache. I'm fine. T says, happy early birthday, Helen. Tane says, by the way, Kara, your hat is super cute. Thank you, Queen. Country Blessing says, happy early birthday, Queen, and congrats to all. Cindy says, MB, how long did they take to reach back out to you after you submitted your practice call? Hey, Mr. Trend. He says, hello, Tan and Carl. Getting their branded surveys money. All right, I heard that. Well, congrats to you, King. Get the money. Leo Love and Laugh says, happy birthday, Helen. Kizzy says, Dr. J, scroll up the chat to get the companies that I mentioned earlier. It won't let me copy them to repost. Dania says, I'm going to try Fancy Hands again, too. I don't blame you, Queen. Romaine said, you know what, my screen was blurred. I thought your hair was your hand counting. Okay, Queen. B So says, what are the product testings again? So B So, the product testing ones are, I'm gonna put the link here. 7 Pinecone product review jobs, product report card, and Sago. So let me see what number Sago. So 7, 10, 11, and 41. So if you want to test some products, this is another easy side hustle. Look at the link. Go to number 7, number 10, number 11, and number 41. By far, some of the easiest money I have ever made. I think I was signed up to Pinecone like 4 times. Ursula says, happy birthday, Helen, and blessings. Leonica says, congrats, Remy. Burdell says, birthday blessings, Helen. Tammy says, happy birthday, Helen. Kizzy says, I sure am, Curl. I'm getting all of them just in case I don't want to go out of the house to mystery shop. I don't blame you, Queen. Leonica says she made $1,000 pay period ending, working on the new pay period now. Congrats, Leonica. Romaine says happy birthday, Helen. She says, and many, many more. Enjoy. Remy says thanks, Carl. Biso says yes, I'm on a project with Outlier. I did meet the requirements for cloud workers. Laugh out loud. My responses weren't as risky as they wanted, I guess. Did you ask questions, Biso? Because you can respond, but what they look for, they look to see if you can hook the lonely men. So if the person said like, hey, this is John, I like to fish, I like to hang out with friends on the weekend, what are some things you like to do? And you just said, hey, this is Linda, I like to go shopping, I like to go visit my family, I like to hang out with my sister, I like to go out to eat, I like to go to the movies, and that was it. You have to ask the questions. That's what they look for. They look for the questions, and you need to ask at least 2 to 3. I would just reapply, different email. Try it again, Queen. You'll get it. But just make sure that when you do the assessment, you ask those questions, some type of question. And then like if they're giving you like 10 questions to answer, can't be the same. You cannot answer all 10 the exact same. Every last one of them has to be different. Tammy says, that's awesome, Leonica. Kizzy says, go ahead. Ursula says, so true. Great. Leonica says, thanks, everybody. She says, I'm 1,000 or more. So Leonica is doing KWCSS. Kizzy, I don't know if you were here when we talked about them Sunday, but that's the company that Leonica is doing. And you can't live in Texas, Georgia, Florida, and Mississippi. She says, I haven't finished filling out the app. I'm still at work. Oh, okay. Mr. Trent, he says, hello, everyone. Happy birthday, Helen. Leonica says, my job, and she gave it out. Helen says, thanks, T. MBG says, for call center QA, they reached out within 2, I'm going to put it up here, 2 to 3 days for that one. Thank you, MBG, for answering. Autism Mama says, congrats to everyone making their money. Dr. J says, Kizzy Carl, while completing registration, it asked if I had a specific type of camera. Can I use my cell phone? Do I need a special camera? I think you can use the phone. Dr. J, Queen Angela, she did suggest like the pin, the pendant, and the necklace. Some people use the ink pen, but I think a lot of the leasing agents have caught on to that. Alice says, happy birthday, Helen, and blessing. Cindy says, does Ellis ask? They do, Cindy. Now, if you're not comfortable with getting or giving them your SSN, you can always use an EIN. Me says, when I did heard back in less than 24 hours, I did the assessment. She says, during the Sunday night live and woke up Monday morning to the offer email. She says, but based on what I've heard, it can take a while for some people. Helen says, thank y'all for the birthday wishes, everybody. Romaine says, yes, congrats to all the queens and the kings making their money. Kizzy says, Dr. J, is this for Ellis? Ursula says, hey, Tan. Husband Helen, she says, congrats, Leonica. And Leonica says, you're welcome, Helen. I'm going to put it here, kids. I got to find it, but I can. I think it cut you off, Ursula. Biso says, thank you, Queen. No problem. Leonica says your VPN cannot be turned on when you apply. You cannot have AT&T and T-Mobile service. Is not compatible with the dialer, Kizzy. Romaine says, Leonica, what job do you have? Just wondering, making that good money. So Leonica is working for KWCSS. And let me go get the link. I do have it. Just give me a second. I got to find it. No assessment, which is great. No interview, which is another plus. And work when you want opportunity. 1099. They pay every 2 weeks. So I will put it here. And again, you cannot live in Texas, Georgia, Florida, and Mississippi. You cannot use a VPN to apply, and you cannot have AT&T or T-Mobile internet service. But if you live in any of the other states and you have the correct internet service, then you are good to go. So I put it in the chat. It is the first company on the list. I do have another company that's number 2, similar, no assessment, work when you want opportunity. And that one is state specific, but they do hire in a lot of states. So y'all be sure to check that out. And it is a survey interviewer, political. They're doing the politicals right now, political surveys. Ursula says, that is a blessing, Helen. Leonica said, it's a survey job. Kizzy says, I don't have any of that. Dr. J, she says, thanks. You're welcome. Leonica says, okay, good. Kizzy Romaine says, thanks for sharing. Leonica says, as of today, I've been working there for 2 months. Oh, congrats, Queen. On the 2 months. Congrats on that. Kizzy said 1099. Sign me up. Dr. J said, yes, Kizzy. For Ellis, they asked about a specific type of camera. I didn't even know they asked that question, but hey, that's good to know. Anybody else got any good the family? Y'all be sure to put it here in the chat so that we can celebrate you. Romaine, not sure. She says, oh no, they aren't located in North Carolina. The company that Leonica works for, you can apply to them. So they're not hiring in Texas, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi. If you work in any of the locations, then you are good to go. If you have the approved internet. It says, just say yes. If it doesn't ask for a specific camera, I would not worry about it. I use my phone. And she says some cheap glasses that she got off of Amazon. 11 to 12, Cindy. Anybody else got any good news that they want to share with the family? Y'all be sure to drop it here. Anybody got any questions? Again, if you are new to working from home, welcome. And I do have a list of 30 beginner-friendly companies. Okay, Romaine. No problem. Biso says she got the glass from Amazon that has the audio and the video. Dr. J says, Kizzy, she says, thanks. Cindy says, thanks. Kizzy says, you're welcome. I use any and everything to get my money. All right. I know that's right. And again, everybody, if you are new to working from home and you have been applying to companies and maybe you have not heard back yet from anyone, take a look at the side gigs and the side hustles. If you're looking for part-time, I would still say take a look at the side gigs and the side hustles, because some of the queens here, they don't have remote jobs. They are doing side gigs and side hustles. Autism Mommy has 60 plus. Helen, 50 plus. Meeks has a lot. I don't know how many she has now. King Earl, he's not in here. He has 20 side gigs and side hustles. And how much money y'all think these people making off of Mystery Shop? survey sites, task-based sites. Y'all think they make enough to pay the light bill, the water bill, the mortgage, the rent, the car note, the car insurance, the internet, the cable? Do y'all think they make enough off of side gigs and side hustles? Somebody answer that for me in the chat. Do you think that Meeks, Autism Mummy, Helen, Leonica, do you guys think that they make enough just off of side gigs and side hustles? Let me ask that question. And just put your honest answer in the chat. Do you feel like that you can work a side gig or a side hustle and make enough money off of them to make ends meet, to pay the bills? Can these side hustles pay the bills? Hey, Nika. Nika says, please send the list and the link. Okay, Queen. Cindy, I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I think you do. Dr. J says, Kizzy, that part. Kizzy says they can sit behind the bookcase. I would travel to your city. Now that's funny. Kizzy said, y'all can keep on sitting back there behind that Tan's bookcase. And she said she gonna come to your city and take your money. I'm just asking, do you think that the queens that I just named off, do y'all think that they make enough money to pay rent, mortgage, car note, car insurance, take care of their children, buy clothes, put groceries in the refrigerator? Do you think enough? Do you think that they make enough money to pay bills off of these side hustles that we talk about on these streams? Y'all let me know. Just put your honest opinion in the chat. Do you think that they make enough? Country Blessing say, yep, because of the stacking. Kathy says, I'm seeing proof night after night. Anybody else want to answer the question? Do you think the queens make enough money to take care of their household? Cindy says, she says close to it. Dr. J says, yes, sounds like they make enough. Queen T says, absolutely. I'm ready for somebody to say no. Because I know we got some no's in here. Do you think that Autism Mommy makes enough to take care of her family? She has kids with an S on the end. Do you think that they make enough to take care of their family? I'm really not, Teresa. That's an honest question. Stephanie says, big yes. I know I'm gonna mess this up. Is it Level? I don't know. I have to find extra source of income. So let me know, Queen, what are you open to? Tammy says yes. Kathy says she don't even leave the house. Okay. So what y'all think? Y'all let me know. I'm asking. Do you think that Autism Mommy, Meeks Adorable, Leonica, Hustling Helen, do y'all think that they make enough? Now, we talk about a lot of side gigs and side hustles. Do you think that they make enough to pay without working a 9 to 5? No remote job. Nada. Nothing. Don't have one. Do you think they make enough to pay mortgage, rent, car note, car insurance, light bill, gas, put groceries in the refrigerator, take care of the household? Do y'all think they make enough? Alex says, yep. I'm still gonna mess it up, Queen. I'm gonna say L. I'm going to say, and I'm new, waiting for an answer. What answer do you need, Ann? Leonica says, hey, Teresa. Apex says, I'm new as well. Don't know. It's worth looking into for sure. I'm guessing that's for sure. Cowboy says, yes, that's what encouraged me to get started. Okay. So we got a lot of yeses here, but I'm pretty sure somebody back there is looking at the screen saying no. Come on, no's. I'm ready for y'all. Come on, pop in the chat. Come on, say no, because I know we got some negative Nancy's that y'all back there thinking it. You thinking it. You thinking like, no, they don't. I know they don't. I'm waiting. So, Ann, can you not see some people answering the question? Maybe you can't see the answers. I'm reading them, but I don't know if you can see them or not. So William says, raising to take out the 9 to 5 grind to join the live. Good evening, night, morning, everyone. Welcome in, Williams. How are you today, Queen? Me says 1 year. Now this is me talking. This is not me. This is not me. Y'all see my hands are right here. This is what me said. I'm just asking. I'm just the messenger. I'm just asking the question. Do you think that they make enough to pay bills? Now this is what Meek said. Y'all see what she said? 1 year I made 40,000 off of just how many side hustles? One side hustle. And that's for the people in the back, because I know somebody probably over there sitting behind a computer looking at me crazy talking about she did. Yeah, she did. She sure did. Had some other people to make around the same, maybe a little bit less. Some may have made more. So again, everybody, do you think that the queens make enough money off of side gigs and the side hustles to pay their bills and to take care of their households? I'm not knocking the remote jobs, but I'm saying if you're waiting to hear back, you may wait a month, 2 months, 3 months. And this is just me being transparent, because I know a lot of people right now want to work from home. People are looking. We post the jobs. I don't know how many people are applying. It could be one opening versus 1,000 applications. So in the meantime, in between time, what are we going to do? We're going to get some eggs in the basket. The 11 Lab says, yes, our 2 Chicks family, they know how to maximize the side hustles. Dania says, nice, Meeks. Romaine says, what? That's nice, Meeks. Stephanie says, proof is in the testimonies. Thank you, Stephanie. Kathy says, wow. Yeah. So if y'all don't think that they make enough, ask. Denise says, yes, they do, and can make more money than a regular job, and it's flexible. Yep. So we have to think, people. We have to think. If I'm over here and I got mortgage, I got rent, I got a car note, I got car insurance, I got a light bill, I got 3 mouths to feed, I got insurance to pay, I got 4 or 5 credit card bills that's kicking my tail, I got cell phone, and I have applied to over 100 companies. Nobody has emailed me. Nobody has texted me. They ain't even sent up a smoke signal. They're not looking for me. Because why? Because it's me versus 5,000 or 6,000 other applicants. And we all trying to get these non-phone. Let's just say non-phone. We all trying to get this non-phone job, right? So what am I going to do? Everything around me is collapsing. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I have to pivot at this point. I'm filling out applications. I'm not going to stop filling out the applications. I won't stop sending my resumes. But if 2 Chicks me another way, and I'm seeing Meeks just put up her, she can get 40K. And I'm saying on another live stream, autism woman done dropped her 60 plus side hustles. Leonica just said she made $1,000 off of a company. Somebody else yesterday on the live said they got $650 off of some mystery shops. On the live from Sunday, somebody made $1,700 off of some task-based sites and mystery shop sites and survey sites. Queen last week, $800, almost $900 in a week off of mystery shop sites. A light bulb should be going off in your head right about now. I'm just saying. You ought to be thinking, them wheels ought to be turning like, what did Carl just say? Them wheels should be turning right about now. Like, wow. You said Hustling Helen got 50 plus and she's about to be 66 years old. Even Queen Reba, she's 70 something years old. She has a lot. Earl is a veteran. He has 20. And Meeks made how much again? 40K off of a side hustle? Okay, Dania said, yep. She said, y'all. She says, yes, they do and can make more money than a regular job because, again, the side gigs and the side hustles are flexible. A lot of them are not requiring what the remote jobs are requiring now. Now, back then, when Tan and I first started, oh, honey, you could apply and the next day they in your inbox want to do an interview or you're hired. They send it offer letters. Now, it's like crickets. It's crickets now. It's not the same. They want all these skills now. Excel, Microsoft, this, that, PowerPoint, Got to have some type of skills to get the jobs now. It was not like that years ago. Got to do all these assessments. Okay, we had assessments back then, but it was like 10 questions, easy. And the assessments were basically the same. Like all the companies, they were the same. If you see somebody stealing, what are you going to do? A, the other cheat. B, help them steal. Or C, notify management. Those type of questions. Now they got mathematics and finish the sentence. They got a lot crazy assessments going on now. Times have changed. The companies have changed. So it is time for you to change as well. It is time to pivot and get some side hustles in the basket. Again, if you are still looking for a job, still keep looking, keep going, keep pushing, keep applying. But just coming on these streams, the queens here and the kings, they will most definitely encourage you other kings and queens that's here watching the videos to be like them and to get some side gigs and side hustles so that you can maintain your household. Leonica says, Kizzy, you can email her. Nina says, don't let the pay offer discourage you from applying. They offered me 10 an hour for next rep, and once I started working, I was making more than that. All right, Nina. So Nina is giving a tip. She's saying, don't let the pay discourage you from applying. And I know the pay sucks. Some of these jobs, you like, $15. I really need more than that. But you never know. You never know. You may get the 15. I'm going to talk about one of my kinfolks, my cousin, prime example. She started working for PNC Bank. This was about 2022. So first she was working for Alorica. No, she worked for Capital One. Capital One was paying $15 an hour, I think, 14 or 15. So she applied to PNC Bank. I said, hey, cuz PNC Bank hiring, you need to check them out. So she applied to PNC Bank. She was a little like, I don't know about this one. I said, no, just go on and apply to them. Just check them out, see what they're talking about. Went ahead, she applied to PNC Bank. She got hired with them. She let Capital One go. PNC was only paying, I think, maybe like $1 more. I said, look, you never know what you may be able to accomplish in this company. Don't shoot it down before you even get your leg in the door. because again, you might be able to grow with the company. You don't know what they're going to offer you. So, okay, she listened and she went ahead. She took the job with PNC. Next thing you know, she was emailing me like 6 months later, like, hey, cuz they gave me a raise. And so the raises just kept coming. So before she knew it, she was at $20. So I agree with Queen Nina here. Don't shoot it down. Don't get discouraged because it's only paying 13, 14, 15, 16, and it's really not what you are looking for. But that's okay because, again, you just never know what they may offer you in 6 months. She got another position after 6 months. They reached out and said, hey, you can come and apply for this job, and this job is paying a little bit more than the last job. But at the same time, those raises are coming back to back to back to back to back. And thank you, Queen Nina. Mama says, hey, Queens, I'm late to the show. Leona, are you referring to KWCSS? I believe so, Mama. Mama G. Tanya says, wow, Meeks. Leah Loveland says, keep going, doing your thing, Meeks. Nina Crochet says, I'm making enough money to pay for groceries and gas on mystery shopping. Got another testimony right there, everybody. So if you need that extra to pay for gas, groceries, and just maybe some things that you want to buy, toiletries for the house, some clothes, some shoes, may want to go get your hair done, nails done, Queens. Look at Mystery Shop. Shanna says, wow, Mix, which side hustle was it, if you don't mind me asking? So it was Outlier, Shanna. Me says, and yes, I have provided proof. We can do it, y'all. Just got to stay on top of what the ladies are teaching us. Thank you, Meeks. We appreciate that, sister. Leonica said, yep, her job, Mama. Hey, H. Curry says, hey, ladies, so glad I made it. I missed y'all. Welcome back. Apex says, what's the time requirement per day? Depends on the company, Apex. So if, like with the side gigs and the side hustles, Autism Mommy, she says it best. She has a spreadsheet for all the companies that she is doing the side gigs and the side hustles with. So whichever ones are paying money, those are the ones that she's going to go for or go with that particular day. So I would just say kind of get you a little system going, because it'll be different for everybody. The side hustles that Autism Mommy does, Meeks doesn't do them all. It may not work for Meeks. Whatever I'm doing, it won't work for Tan. Tan has 2 kids at home. I don't. So whatever Leonica is doing, we are not going to be the same. We are not going to want to do the mystery shops outside the house. I don't really like the mystery shops outside of the house. Tan does. Prime example. I used to do a lot of mystery shops inside the house, the telephone. Tan, on the other hand, she likes the ones outside of the house. So everybody is going to be different when it comes to, and this, if this is what you're asking, Apex, everybody will be different on the scheduling, the times and the days and the hours. Meeks has children, Autism Mommy has children, but their schedules, I can almost be guarantee, is totally different. And like I said, some of the companies that Meeks has in her basket, Autism Mommy may have some of them, but they don't have exactly the same amount. I think Autism Mommy has way more than what Meeks has. So I hope that answered your question. So it's up to you. If you want to do 10 hours a day, that's totally up to you. If you can only put in 5, you have to find the ones that work for you. So like I have an Android phone. Tan has an iPhone. A lot of the games are not on the iPhone, but a lot of them are on the Android phone. So I could sit here and play games all day long. Whereas the Tan, she can't play no games. She got to go get an Android phone if she want to play some of these games. And then Tan has a 9 to 5 outside of the home. I don't. I do 2 chicks. This is like my job. I work for y'all. So her schedule, my schedule, totally different. And even when we both were working from home, a lot of the companies that I was doing, Tan was not doing. Like I was texting. I worked for Cambly. Tan did Cambly, but she did Cambly on the weekend. I did Cambly Monday through Friday. Sometimes I would do it on Saturday and sometimes on Sunday. But I had a set schedule because I had clients with Cambly. I had a lot of kids on Cambly. So I had a set schedule with Cambly every day. Monday, I worked with another company early in the morning, like 3 a.m. So from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I would work that company from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. And then I would take a break. I would get off and I would jump on Cambly and work Cambly in the afternoon. But I had set schedules every single day. And these are the hours that I chose to work for these schools. So everybody will be different. You just have to kind of find your groove. Me says it's outliers, Shanna. H. Curry says gig work between time. Right. Country Blessing says, Lord. She said, Lord have mercy. Me said, we don't gatekeep, Queen. She says, I answer all the questions. Mama G says, thanks, honey. Annika, can I put you as a reference? Ann says, yes, I see the answers. I love it. Okay, Ann. Come on, Queen. Come on, Queen. You can do it too. Shanna says, okay, thanks. Meeks, Mama G says, if yes, it is Leonica. If yes, she says, it is Leonica. And she's asking. Meeks says, that same year I made another couple of thousand from Fancy Hands. She says, I think it was like 65. She says, I wasn't consistent with them though. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good right there, Meeks. Side hustle, everybody. Fancy Hands. Meeks says she made this off of Fancy Hands. 6,500. Helen says, wow, that's awesome, Meeks. Leonica says, overall, 4,000 since working for KWCSS. Give it up for the queens, y'all. Congrats, congrats, congrats. B-Soul says, yeah. H. Curry says, I've almost made another 3K off M-Turk this year. Okay. I think I passed it this year. Woohoo! She says, y'all, you got to do it. But it's there. She says, I promise. So this queen said 3K. M-Turk is a task-based site. Tan used to do M-Turk back in the day, and Tan was making like 60 a day keying in receipts off of that one. So H. Curry is letting you know, side hustle 3K off of M-Turk. Come through, y'all, on the testimony. Leonica said, yes, you can, mama. And B-So says, yes, you got a stack. Dania says, the no haters are not here today. Cindy said, which mystery shop was that made the 600 laugh out loud? If Kids is still here, Queen, she did post them in the live earlier. The companies that she's working for, I don't know because she dropped them. Kids, if you are here, Queen, if you don't mind reposting, please and thank you. B-So says, even getting gift cards will take care of, items you need to buy. And I agree with that, B-Souls. I do. So B-Souls is saying even the gift cards. So if you're playing games and you can only cash out the gift cards, they will take care of items that you need to buy. Pinkish, I agree. She says, we shall not be broke. Amen, Queen. Kizzy says, come on, y'all. Y'all are cutting up out there. Way to go, everybody. Mama G says, hey, sis. Meek Swaggin says, what hustle made the 40, Meek? So it was Outlier, Queen. And I do have them on the video today. Meek says, hey, sis, Mama G. Remy says, so true. I made 35 with Spark in 2024. Spark is the Walmart app. If you don't know what Spark is, that is the one where you are picking up and delivering groceries to the customer. Walmart app, Spark. Alex says, you got to stack them 1099s and all. Yep, stack them. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's why we say multiple streams of income. Do not be like me with that one 1099, that one lonely 1099, because at any given time, the 1099s can and sometimes will go down. So you got to have a backup plan. You got to be 10 steps ahead of these companies. Ursula says, smart recorder app on my phone is great for the audio recording on-site shops. Thank you, Queen, for sharing. Meek says, I'm in gatekeep. Sorry, but yeah, I'll answer any questions y'all have regarding any of the gigs that she's done. Thank you, Meeks. Raymond says, I love the fact I can put the app on when I feel like it. Kizzy says, Meeks, way to go. How's the interview process with RWS and Outlier? I don't think they do interviews, Kizzy. I hadn't heard anybody say that they did. Leonica says, yes, I can't wait to get back to Spark. They send me notifications every day to my phone, Remy. She says, yes, Leonica, I love it. And when it's slow, I put Uber Eats, Uber or Lyft on. B-Soul says, you got to find other ways to bring in the money. I've been laid off from my last full-time permanent job since 2024. She says, I had 2 contracting positions that ended and submitted hundreds of applications. Y'all see that? She letting y'all know you got to find other ways to bring in me. Faso Latido. She was laid off. And it can happen to anybody. So don't ever think that your position is solidified, because I'm here to tell you it's not. Companies contracts in so fast, it'll make you faint. It's like, oh, it was on and popping, and next thing you know, what happened? It's gone. Cut. Gone bye-bye. That's why if you have ever worked for like Alorica, Live Ops, Next Rep, Working Solutions, pay attention. They have contracts today, and then you'll look up and say, well, they had the contract with such and such. You don't see it no more. That's what I mean by here today and gone today or gone tomorrow. So pay attention. If you are working for the 1099 companies, them contracts, they come and go, especially like with Alorica. When I worked for, when it was West at Home, they had plenty of contracts back then. Now, it's like far and few in between. Now, they got some good and better ones, I think, versus back then. Same thing with Live Ops. Live Ops has come up. Next Rep has come way up. But just know the umbrella is up here. And then those companies under there, they partner, they're contracted with such and such. They're contracted with so-and-so. They're contracted with, and if that company finds somebody else to make the calls, guess what? Your contract is over. They may not have another one to give you. That's what happened with DoorDash. DoorDash, we was on and popping with DoorDash when they first opened up. 3 years in, later on, they took the contract and they took it over to Manila. If you are not familiar with the country over there, the Philippines, they took it over there, and the people over there are the ones that take the phone calls now and do the orders. So like I said, if you're thinking that your position is solidified with the company, I'm here to tell you it's not. And you can ask Teresa. She knows, she's in here. It's not. So therefore, I preach and I teach about multiple streams of income. It's a must. It's a must. Capital M-U-S-T. It is a must. Because at any given time, work can slow down, things change, contracts end, people quit. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes with this company and the company that they partner with. They could be back there arguing. How we know? We don't know. We don't work for them. You're a contractor. You're not an employee. And even if you are an employee, so what? Guess what? Some of them employee remote jobs, they're contracted behind the scenes. But you don't know that. You don't know that because you're coming in thinking, oh, yeah, this is a W-2. Yes, a W-2. But behind the scenes, it's a W-2 on a contract. Just like the company I used to work for, that's how I ended up at home full time, because I was working for the deaf and hard of hearing community. It was a contract behind the wall that we didn't know nothing about. We didn't know that this was a contract until they said, here go your separation notice. Then we figured it out. Oh, we was contracted with them people. But under this umbrella, yeah, we were employees, but behind the scenes, the company that we were employed through, they had a contract with the state of Tennessee. That was back there behind the scenes that they're not finna tell y'all about. So I'm just simply saying, get you some side hustle eggs. You don't want to be like me, panicking and, oh, I got mortgage. Oh, I got a light bill. Oh, I got car insurance. I got 5 credit cards. I got internet. I got healthcare insurance. I got a cell phone bill. Who coming to save me? God? That's the only person that can save me. Not saying I couldn't ask my family, but when you're grown, you just don't want to involve people in your affairs, your business affairs sometimes. But yeah, so y'all be sure to get some eggs. Listen to the queens here. They are the ones that are doing the side gigs and the side hustles. Tan and myself, we don't really do them like we used to do them. But listen to what Autism Mommy is saying. Listen to what Mix is saying. Listen to what Leonica is saying. Listen to what Helen is saying. Listen to what Kizzy is on these streams saying. If you missed something, go back, watch the replays, the videos stay up. Mix says no interview with those, Kizzy. Autism Mama says exactly. You have to find a balance. Leonica says, I have DoorDash, Spark, Instacart, and Uber Eats. So Leonica, she has a lot of the ones outside of the home. And if you have to do that, go and do it. It's your business. I don't know unless you come on here and tell me. Now, if you say, hey, Carl, I'm doing Uber Eats, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But if you don't tell me, I won't know. That is your business. If you want to share, you share. But if you got to tell everybody your business, you don't want nobody to know. B-Soul says, no job offer. She says, I pivoted and will never go back to just one stream of income. So she letting you know. She says, I just need to find my flow of what side gigs and hustles align with my everyday life, like taking care of my mom. And I totally understand that, Queen, because I had to do that for my mom when she was when she got ill. So I understand that part. So everybody, it won't be the same for everybody. So B-Souls is letting you guys know she will most definitely never go back to just that one stream of income. Me says, if you get placed on a special degree-based project with Outlier, they will just do a quick video chat with you, but really they're just vetting your background and your voice, so no green screen. She says, but 97% of their projects don't require interviews. Yep, kids, you're gonna have to do them assessments now. you ain't gonna get by that easy. They gonna put them assessments in there. B-Soul says, if you find 2 jobs that pay $17 an hour, she says that's $34. Me said, yep, both of them require you to pass open book assessments. She says the assessments are generally very easy though. Romaine, she says, congrats, that's nice. And Remy says, congrats, Leonica and everyone on here getting money. Hey, beautiful sunrise. She says, hey, ladies, and happy Tuesday. Leonica says, thanks and congrats to you, Remy. Remy says, Spark, now they have medication you can pick up. Oh, that sounds easy. Leonica says, oh, yeah, I've been had the medication one of mine, Remy. She says, you're welcome, Leonica. Hey, Earl, I done talked you up. He said, wow, you on now? Peace, fam. Remy says, Leonica, I think Mez came to Louisiana last year. Okay. Kizzy says, what kind of shops are you looking for? Sonia says, good evening. Me says, she made more than me. Some of the games are really easy, so let the babies play. I'm going to put it up here. She says, give them a cut of the winnings. I paid mine $60 for the 600. Y'all see that? They went over somebody's head playing some games. Meek said, let those children play the games. She gave her baby $60 out of $600 that she made off of playing some games. She says the rest went to the bills and back to school shopping. Leonica says, oh, cool. I love DoorDash from home. Used to make 2 to 4 every 2 weeks. So Leonica was doing DoorDash too. Back then when? I hate that one gone. They need to bring it back. H. Curry said DoorDash was popping in the beginning. Yep, then it flopped. Earl says, I heard a sermon. Amen. Thank you, Earl. Leonica said DoorDash from home. That was my first work from home job back in 2015. Okay, Leonica. Yeah, that was an easy one. You talking about some easy, good money. Oh my goodness. But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes they don't last long. I had another company, Tan and myself, we used to do paid weekly. It was outbound, but it was to expecting mothers. And we just had to call, read the script, pay $10 an hour. We got paid every single Friday like clockwork. Oh my goodness. Then we look up one day, they sold the company, and then the new owner, which didn't make sense to me, but they went to the brick and mortar. I was like, so everybody that worked from home, they cut us, got cut. So yeah, that's why we say get more than one. I just got too relaxed. I think because back then I had the brick and mortar and I had several part-time. I had Alorica, which back then was working home. That was my first one. Then I found Live Ops. Then I got another one where I was posting jobs for a company. I started the texting one back then as well. So I had several. But it's just that when I had the brick and mortar and I came home and I found Live Ops later on, I started making the money from Live Ops. I got relaxed. That was a big mistake. So again, do not just have one remote job in the basket. Get several. Yep, Leonica says, the position was the order taker for the DoorDash. She said all you did was claim an order, call it into the restaurant, ask them what time it would be ready, put the time in the box, click submit, go to the Leonica, you're taking me back, Queen. Go to the next order. Nope, it is no longer work from home, Mama G. That sale has long sailed. That ship done already sailed, Queen, way back in 2018. H. Curry says, I always go back and watch all the videos here in shorts and make my weekly list of new gigs. Okay, to try or sign up for almost nightly. She says, I love it. Thank you, Queen, for watching the replays. Leonica said, nope, they outsourced the company to the Philippines years ago. Cindy says, does KWCSS, do they send you an email after applying? Leonica, she says, I didn't get one. Pinky said, dang, 600, nice. Chanel says, that's a good idea. Mama G says, 600, nice, sis. H. Curry says, DoorDash saved me and my kids back in the day. Woohoo for it, though. Okay, H. Curry. Mama G said, Leonica, wow. That's what most of them do. Yep. That's why I said, Mama G, you got to get more than one egg. Dania says, that's what's up, Meeks. Team effort with the games. Yep. B-Soul says they outsource for the cheaper money. You're right. Because I think when they went there, they were not getting that much. Maybe three to five an hour, something like that. Leonica said, yes, Mama. Me said, yep, I was too, Leonica. I was doing Postmates part-time. And doing DoorDash full-time. But what happened with my contract with Postmates, I tried to log in one day and I could not log in. And I don't know what happened. I ain't gonna say I was terminated because I never got an email saying that I was terminated, but something happened with my contract with them and I was not able to get back in with them. She says, I saved up to $22K off of that job. Okay. Earl said he doing product tube in the house again. Okay, Earl, go ahead. Product tube, that's a good side hustle egg for you guys to get in the basket. Let me put it here. Y'all be sure to check out Product Tube. I'm gonna drop it here in the chat. Earl does this one. We got some queens that do it also. But just another egg for you guys to go and take a look at. Leonica says, yes, you will get an email from a lady named Michelle. And T says, that's awesome, Leonica, 22K. Chanel, it is the survey interviewer. Me says, I used to do fancy hands on the go too. I'd be out shopping and find a quiet corner to make a call or look up a quick question. Girl, talk about multitasking. Me I thought Autism Mommy was the queen of that. I don't know. Leonica says it's a survey job, Chanel. Anybody else? Because I done been on her. I just looked at the time. Yeah, I have been on here for 2 hours. Anybody else got any news they want to share? Chanel says, oh, okay, thank you. Nina says, I just logged out from NextRep. I love making the customers happy. Congratulations again, Queen, on NextRep. They wouldn't hire me and Tam, but I'm glad you were able to get in. But this was years ago when we applied, though, so it's probably different now. But if anyone is interested in the one that Queen Nina is working for, I do have them on this beginner-friendly list. And if you are new to working from home, look at the beginner-friendly list. NextRep, number 4. Number 4, everybody, is NextRep. But there are some other ones on here. If you're interested, just take a look at the list. Check first to see if they hire in your state, because a lot of them are state specific. H. Curry. So the survey job, the one that Leonica is doing, it is with KWCSS. So I'll put the link here in the chat. They don't hire in Florida, Georgia, Texas, and Mississippi. You cannot use a VPN, and you cannot have AT&T or T-Mobile internet. But the link is in the chat. No assessment, no interview company. Work when you want. Welcome, Chanel. Beautiful says thank you. Mama G says, sis, Meeks, she said, you want to. Chanel says, I joined late, but I will watch the replay. Thank you, Queen. Nina said, yes, girl, I dipped in and out. I was on the clock. Too funny. And I did put the link in the chat for the survey job that Leonica has. It's part-time. H. Curry says, okay, thank you. Leonica says, it's political surveys, H. Curry. So y'all be sure to check that one out. If you need a computer, look at this list of companies. All of these provide equipment. If the job is no longer available, I would say go to the site. You never know, they still may have some other remote positions available. Shift off is a good one, a good egg to get in the basket. Pay viewpoints, a good side hustle. Survey site, number 9. And this one is more like a poll site to me. So y'all be sure to go and sign up for Pay Viewpoints. It is number 9 on this list. I'm getting ready to drop these companies in a second. Call Center QA, their recruiter reached out. She is looking for more telephone mystery shoppers. So if you don't want to leave the house, this is a good one to take a look at. And they pay out fast to PayPal. Presto Shopper. They have what they call Insta 5 business days is the payout on the Insta shops. And I think a queen here said that they do have restaurant shops. King Earl does this one. We had a queen that was making like a couple of hundred a day off of Presto Shopper. You can, Tan's favorite saying is that you can mystery shop anything from churches to strip clubs, and everything in between can be mystery shop. So y'all take a look at Presto. Maybe a good one for somebody. If you know somebody, don't be the gatekeeper. Share the information. It won't hurt you to share. If you know somebody struggling, trying to pay a light bill, put some groceries on the table. We are living in some hard times right now. Everybody needs help. And if you can help someone, help them. Let me see. Gig Spot is another good one. They have a lot of telephone, on-site, and web shops. Ellis is, I feel like they are top tier. Ellis is the apartment mystery shop. Not sure of the question, Teresa. How fast? Us fast by QA. Not sure what you're saying. The payout for them 1 to 5, but most people say they get it the next day. So Ellis is a good one. This is the apartment mystery shop one. Market Force, another good one. They have a lot of fast food shops. So if you have kids and your kids like to eat, or you're someone that likes to go out to eat a lot, you might want to get paid to go to McDonald's and Burger King and all of those fast food places. And again, anything can be mystery shop. We had a queen to do a gas station shop. She was here on the live yesterday. So I'm gonna put fast food mystery shops in here. Y'all be sure to check out Market Force. You don't have to go. You don't have to jump through 15,000, 11 million hoops just to make some money. Meek says, yes, Mama G. T says, you're welcome. H. Curry, I don't think they're hiring right now. Yardi, they go by the season. So I'm pretty sure they will be coming up the pipeline soon. But the last time I checked, which was last week, they were not hiring. So they go by the season. So winter, spring, summer. So they should be coming up the pipeline for summer. Jacqueline says, finally, she was contacted by call center QA. She made $18 in one setting. She says, yeah, okay, Queen, congrats. All right. Earl says, she said, prolific gave me more surveys. All right, Earl. Congrats, King. So if you don't have prolific in the basket, you might want to take a look at that one. There is a waiting list. However, we've had people to get on and get right off. High paying survey site. You may get a survey that's paying $25. You may get one paying $8. You may get one paying $50. I have seen some that pay $50. May be able to make a couple of hundred. We got one queen, she make 50 to 80 a day off of prolific. H. Curry says, what was the gift one? You said, I guess you'll post it. She said, sorry. Teresa says that's fast. The gift one, I don't even remember H. Curry. Jasmine says new here and just started watching, so I'm just jumping in. Laugh out loud. But if you're into help training AI work with Outlier Handshake, they have different projects they offer that you can work on. Thank you, Queen. We Meeks she was letting us know she made 40K from Outlier. Earl says you can get fat. Not get. He said you can get fat and you can get paid doing these these mystery shop sites. Market Force. Serenity says mystery shop easy and mystery shop calls. I'm willing to be in my own script, and this will help my telephone skills more. Yep, it is easy, Queen. If you can read and follow directions, you good. Kids says I tried to repost my comment on Mr. Shots for Food, but YT would not allow me to. She says if you get Ellis, get the training factor too. That's where I have my $300 shops, which is one shop, by the way. Yeah, I see that. The Queen is giving you guys a tip for Ellis. One shop paid her $300, and Kizzy has $650 coming up the pipeline this week off of mystery shop companies. No interview, no resume. So if you're struggling with the resumes, you might want to pivot and take a look at the mystery shop sites. You have to leave the house anyway, Queen. You know you're going to Walmart this week. You're going to have to go to that grocery store and get some groceries this week. You may ride past a McDonald's, a Burger King, a Taco Bell, a Sonic, an Arby's, a Zaxby's, a Five Guys, ask Earl, this week. Or you may live right around the corner from these restaurants. You may have children. They like those Happy Meals, don't they? You might want some chicken nuggets and some fries. You missing it, you're going to miss the boat. The boat going to pass you right on by. You could be making money walking into that Walmart, walking into that Publix. But you just didn't know that you could make some money going into those stores, did you? You just didn't know that you could make money walking into that McDonald's and snapping a picture of that restaurant. You didn't know that, did you, Queen? I know you did. I'm trying to help you here. I can lead you to the water, this good old fresh spring H2O. But I can't make you drink it. That's totally up to you. You struggling with that resume, huh? You done filled out 1,000 applications. Nobody has emailed you back. And the first of the month coming, ain't it? You still got to pay Mr. Bill, don't you? You struggling trying to pay Mr. Bill. I know you are. I done been there and done that. And most everybody in the stream, they done been there and done that. Especially our veterans. They've been there and done that. Ask Meeks where she was 3-4 years ago. Ask Autism Mommy. Where was she at 3-4 years ago? She was in your shoes. Where you at today? June 2026. Meeks was there 2023. Autism Mommy, she was there. Leonica was there. And then they found us. And where are they at today? Meek said 40K off of one side hustle. This could be you. Got to get those feet wet, though. You got to jump on in that water and get the feet wet. It's not as hard as some of y'all think. You know what's stopping you? You. That person that you look at every day in that mirror. That's who's stopping you. You. H. Carey says, oh, yeah. A month or two more send. Yep, your info. Mm-hmm. When they start back hiring, we most definitely will be talking about them. Kids said my comment for fast food mystery shopping is at Video Mark. She says if anybody wants it, I'm gonna put it up here, Queen. Cindy says I think she meant gig spot. Remy says I have 21 on Prolific. All right, Remy. Serenity says, oh, AI training where I can watch videos to train. H. Curry says, I like handshake. She says, and we don't need to rent an apartment. Nope, you don't have to rent it, Queen. They just want you to go in there and ask the questions. You're not renting anything. Hey, Celia. She says, hey, Miss Karen. She said, dang, I'm late to your live again. She said, happy to be here. Like and share. Thank you. So I'm going to put this up. Queen Kizzy, she trying to help y'all out. Are y'all listening? She says, yep. And then $650 is for one day with 3 shops. I do not want HW to ever again. So $650, everybody, one day. Mystery shop. This is what the Queen is going to make this week off of 3 shops. Did she have to do an interview? No. Did she have to send a resume? Mm-mm. Did they call her? No, they didn't. Did she have to have experience? No. And some people are not making $650 off of a 9-to-5 in a week. And this will be made in one day. But let's talk about that for a second. What if this Queen is getting 3 shops a week at $650? Let's add that up right quick. Y'all see what I'm trying to say? Now, some of y'all still looking for a part-time job. That's going to take forever for you to hear back from the recruiter because they have so many people applying every single day, all day, that you still looking and waiting. And you could be just like Miss Kizzy here. And you could be making $650 in one day. Hey, Tanya. She says, hello, I'm late, but I'm here. What did I miss? Everything. The replay, you can watch, Queen. The video will stay up. I'm about to get off here in a second. Earl says, I did a Taco Bell shop. This is a 5-minute walk away from him. The shops are available, everybody. The recruiters are waiting. The reschedulers, they're waiting for you to sign up. They have shops ready. You'd be surprised. You sign up, depending on where you live, you would be surprised how many shops that may be in your area or near where you live. You will be surprised if you are okay with going outside of the house. Gig Spot, from time to time, they will have a lot of telephone mystery shops where you don't have to leave the house. Bianca says, hey, Celia. Celia says, hey, girl. She says, I want to try some of the AI training. She says, are those hard to get? It depends, Queen. Some of them want degrees. Some do, some don't. Karen, hey, Queen. She says, Karen from Texas. Welcome. Prolific is a survey site, Karen. Cindy says, she said, did she make the $650 with Ellis? I'm not sure if it's with Ellis. Cindy. Tanya, watch the chat, Queen. I'm putting the links in the chat. Hey, Chelsea. She says, hey, Cara, Two Cheeks family. Hope all is well with everyone. Me says they're slightly harder now as more developed, so most clients are now asking for people with degrees. It's not too bad, though. She says there are generalist projects that are easy hires. Hey, Randy. Randy says, hello, peace and blessings. Thank you. Peace and blessings. Which company, Elizabeth? I done talked about so many. You got to remind me. Randy says, oh, man, I missed everything as well. The videos stay up. Y'all can watch the replay. Tanya, you in M-Town? Elizabeth says she's in Florida. We got Tennessee and Florida in the building. Chanel says, thank you so much for posting these sites. She says, I got a basket. I'm trying to fill it up. I appreciate you, Carl. She says, and everyone up here for trying to help others to move up in the world. Much love to all. You're welcome, Queen. Celia says, I finally spent some time last night answering all the questions Prolific asked about me. Yeah, because it's a lot. She says, I have been getting notifications for surveys and tasks like nobody's business. So I'm telling you now, if y'all sleep on Prolific, you better wake up. Earl gonna get all the money. He most definitely gonna get all of the money. So if you're thinking that the survey sites don't pay out, you got to ask some of the queens here in the chat and the kings, because Prolific can pay some bills. It has paid bills in the past for many of the kings and queens here. Car notes, light bills, car insurance, internet, cable, food. So if you need that little bit extra, you might want to take a look at Prolific. They're not going to call you queen to do an interview. So if you're thinking that you have to do an interview for these side gigs and side hustles, you don't. They're not asking for your resume. All you have to do is go to the site and fill out the information. That's it. And then wait for them to email. And once you get in, fill out that about me section, because this is what they base the surveys off of. If they don't know anything about you, how are they going to send you a survey? They won't be able to. If only thing you filled out was a name and a profile, maybe a city or state, if they're asking for that, because I don't know. But if they're asking for that, it's like, okay, we got a ton of surveys over here, but we can't send you anything because we don't know nothing about you. And it is a lot of questions. It is. But if you want some money, then you got to do what you have to do, which is to fill out their profile completely. If you are not receiving surveys, notifications from Prolific, check your profile. I don't work for Prolific. I don't own Prolific. There's nothing I can do. But the only thing I can do is tell you that 9 times out of 10, you probably don't have their profile filled out. And again, it is a lot of questions. I think the last time somebody said it was over 200 questions. But if I want some money, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit there and fill it out. I'm not going to come in this stream and I'm not going to complain about it because I know I have not done my part. You got to do your part. My part, I'm the messenger. Tan is the messenger. We are helping you we're helping get the information out to you, but that's all I can do. I can't hold your hand. I can't do your interview. I can't take your typing test. I can't do your assessment for you. You have to do your part. You got to do your part, Queen, King. I'm giving you the jobs. I'm giving you the side hustles. Now, if it's something you just don't understand, that's where the queens come in. And I thank God for all of them that come on these streams and that share and give the tips, the tricks, the knowledge, the information, because they don't have to do that, but they want to see you guys win. Because like I said, Meeks was in your shoes. The queens, the new queens, Meeks, Leonica, Earl, Cynthia, Ursula, her 1 and 2. They were in y'all shoes 2 and 3 and 4 years ago. If that makes sense. When we first started doing streams, a lot of them were on here, but that was back then. So they have elevated now, and now they can step in and they can help you guys out. So if you need help, come on the streams. This is the time to ask the questions. This is the time to just let it all out. Hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to be like Autism Mommy. You said she got 60 side hustles. What is she doing? Because I need to make some money. I got Mr. Bill. He on my tail. I'm trying to be like King Earl. You say he got 20. What is King Earl over there doing? He said he over there getting fat. But how he getting fat? What is he doing? What side hustle is making him fat? Leonica said she hit $1,000 in 2 weeks. What is she over there doing to make that $1,000? Ask the questions. Ask the questions. We are here to help. We supply the information, but we don't actually work. Of course, y'all know we don't actually work for every single company that we talk about on here. If we do, we'll share. If we don't, I'll straight up tell you, no, I've never worked, never done anything for Market Force. I've never done anything for Outlier. I don't work for Outlier. Can't tell you nothing about Outlier. But Meeks has. Meeks is on here. Meeks can help you. Autism Mommy, she works for Time ETC. I have never worked for Time ETC. I don't know nothing about them. All I know is that it's a legit company. But Autism Mommy has. So she could tell you about Time ETC. Earl has done several shops for Product Tube. I have not done one shop for Product Tube, but Earl is on here. He can tell you about Product Tube, but you got to ask the questions if you want the answers. We don't mind helping, but again, you have to ask us, because I'm not a mind reader, but you have to ask the questions if you want the help. We don't mind helping because, again, they were in your shoes 2023, 2022, 2024, and a lot of them have elevated now 2026. A lot of them, they've come a long way, so they don't mind helping. So if you need help, ask. If you want to know something, ask. And they are dedicated. Every time we go live, you're going to see somebody, you're going to be familiar with some of these queens. And you'll see the more you come on here, you'll be like, oh, yeah, every time I come on, she's there. Or every other time I see her, she's in the comments, she's helping, or he's helping, or they're helping. So don't be afraid to ask the questions. And I'm going to go get this link because I got to get off of here. I can't talk to y'all all day long. I may want to, but I surely cannot. But I have enjoyed this time that we have had together. And I do appreciate, again, all of the tips, the tricks, the information that the kings and queens have shared on the live today. Thank you so much. And let me find this link for the job. So I do have 10 part-time, non-phone 1099 companies. And I did put the company that Meeks made the 40K from. I do have them here on this link. So you don't have to go and look for it. It is on here. So I'm going to put it here in the chat. Dr. J said, Karen, I'm just leaving Sam's. I could have possibly done that. Oh, yes, ma'am. Some mystery shopping there. Yes, ma'am. Yonica says, hey, Lady Empress. She says, hey. Celia says, Meeks. Oh, really? I have to look at Handshake. What are some other good ones? So I just put the link in the chat, Queen, if you want to check them out. Meeks says that Outlier, they do hire USA, Mexico, Canada, and some African countries. Thank you, Meeks. Karen says, Celia, talk to me about getting results with Prolific. So, Karen, have you filled out your profile completely? Got to fill out the profile, Queen. And it's, like I said, it's over 200 questions. Is it Carlette? She says, hi, Carl. Hi, everyone. It's been forever since I have caught a live. Welcome back, Queen. Kids say, I wish I lived in Tennessee or Florida. Ellis is money in both. She said the 650 is with Ellis and the training factor. She says, get them both. Now, she giving y'all a tip, everybody. Kids is letting you know, get these side hustles. Celia says, that's good to know, Meeks. Meeks says, I've only done with Outlier and RWS. Dania says, let that 650 a day settle in. Elizabeth said, mystery shoppers. I lost my husband 3 weeks ago. I'm sorry to hear that, Queen. I need to pay the bills because he used to pay. Oh, he used to pay all the bills. So are you interested, Queen, in mystery shop? Celia says, Karen, girl, you just got to go to your About Me section, answer all the different questions that they want to know about you, and then you'll start getting more surveys. Yonica says, wait, what were you doing for 650? So she was talking about Kizzy, Leonica. Kizzy is doing mystery shop. She's doing 3 shops, one day, 650. Me says, it's been since 2022, got hired the first live after giving up on them. Other folks that wanted to buy a bunch of courses to get hired. So Meeks is letting you know she was in your shoes in 2022. She letting y'all know she was right where y'all are now in 2022. So that's 4 years ago. She said she got hired the first live. When she came to us, we were doing live since 2019, but when she came to us, it was in 2022, and she was able to get her first side hustle on the first live stream then. So let that sink in, everybody. Earl says all the Earl said he's gonna get all the money on Prolific if y'all don't take advantage. Stop thinking that surveys cannot pay bills, because we are here to tell you they most definitely can. He says Prolific is going to pay Mr. B. Lady Empress said, I've been in the background listening and catching up with the stream. It's been a while. Well, welcome back, Queen. Good to see you. Dania says, thanks for the live today, Kurt. Everyone have a great money-making day. Thank you, Queen. Celia says, King Earl been getting all this money and burgers and fried chicken. Me says, my condolences, Elizabeth. Celia says, Meeks, thanks, boo. Patricia says, thank you for all your insight and help. I am new to all of this. I am seasoned, previous employee all my life. She says, grateful for all the information. Bless you all. Thank you, Queen, and welcome. Meek says, you're welcome, Celia. She says, Elizabeth, oh my goodness, Queen, my prayers go out to you and your family. I cannot imagine, but please know you have people praying for you. Oh, that's sweet, Queen. Elizabeth says, thank you, Meeks. And Queen T says, me too. Thanks, chat family. Celia says, yes, Miss Carol, over 200 questions on Prolific. She said she couldn't sleep. She said, so I said, let me go answer all these questions on Prolific. Elizabeth says, thank you, Celia. B Soul says, I just got my grandbaby a kids meal from Wendy's and not signed up for mystery shop yet for fast food. She says, shaking my head. I bet I signed up now that I'm at home. Celia says, Elizabeth, of course. Nina says, amen. You are already doing the hard part for us, Carl. Thank you, Nina. And I don't mind doing it. I appreciate that. Because nobody did it for me in Tan. We just was looking, praying, and the jobs and the side hustles just started coming out the woodwork. Elizabeth said, laugh out loud. Kizzy said, me too, Mix. I've been watching the two chicks since 2022. Signed up with Ellis, and that was enough for me to look for more side hustles. All right, Kizzy. So Kizzy was around in 2022. Tammy says, fat is a Thanksgiving turkey. Dr. J says, yay, Kizzy. She says, since 2022. Tammy says, continue making the money, honey. Celia says, yes, Kizzy. Kizzy said, let's just say the two chicks been pouring all this money out daily, and I'm here to receive it. Thank you. Thank you, Kizzy. Ellie says, have you done a live with the queens and kings doing the work so they can talk about how to navigate and make the eggs? Long time ago, Kizzy, we did. It's been some years, though. It has been, and that's a good idea. We probably need to do that. It's been, because this was way back when WG was here, and some of you guys may remember WG. WG is one of our kings, and he was making $1,200 off of branded surveys. He's making like 3 some a week off of branded. Live Love and Land says, thanks, everyone. Randy says, thank you. Dr. J says, Kizzy, that part. Country Blessings says, have a great night. Appreciate all of you. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen T. She says, thanks, Carol and Chad family. Kizzy says, Carol and Tan, we appreciate everything that you do. You just don't know how you help me. She says, I appreciate it. Your work is not in vain. Thank you, Kizzy. Appreciate the love, Queen. Nina says, I'm from DC. I was surprised to see the amount of assignments available for Ellis. Okay, mystery shops. She says, in my new rural area of Virginia. That's good, Nina. Yeah. That's good. They may not just have enough people. Because a lot of people don't know. People be surprised about mystery shops. And like, I talk to people all the time outside of the two chicks when we're not streaming. And I'll say, well, you know, if they say like they're looking for like side hustle money, and I may mention Ellis, or I may mention Market Force, or some of the other ones, Presto Shopper. And they'll say, oh, I didn't know that I could go into an apartment and take some pictures, talk to the leasing agent, and make money. Or I didn't know that I could go to McDonald's and grab a sandwich or Happy Meal and I could get some money just for doing that. People don't know. People literally do not know that these types of side hustles exist. Same thing with the jobs. Because like when Tan and I, when we first started doing Two Chicks, oh, we used to get a lot of people to come over and say, oh, y'all scamming. It's a scam. And nobody really work from home. That's a lie. It's a scam. It's this, it's that. So people are skeptical. And I get it. You know, I understand. Like, oh, I can sit at home, watch TV, snack on some chips, play video games, and I can still be sitting at home making money. Seriously? That just sounds too good to be true. So I understand that. Kizzy says, get them, Nina. B So says, Queen Carol, I just want to say thank you, and Queen Tan for this platform. You welcome, sis. We appreciate it. The Bruno says, thanks for all your support and encouragement, Carol and Tan and Two Chicks family. Thank you, Bruno. Hey, Irene. Irene says, thank you. You're welcome. Ursula says, thanks for the tip, Kizzy. She says, absolutely. Earl says, is anyone doing stellar AI? I don't know, Earl. Good question. Tammy says, I'm sick of Mr. Beard. These months are wrong. You ain't lying about that, Tammy. It seems like you paid one bill and look up. Man, it's already time to pay the bill again. Caesar said, Earl, oh, what's stellar AI? It is just like Outlier Queen training the AI bots. Ursula says, after doing several market force food shops, they are now calling me to ask me to do up and coming shops. And sometimes this will happen. If you are consistent doing these mystery shops and you're doing like the forms, you're filling them out, this is what the result will be right here. Ursula says, after doing several market force food shops, they are now calling her to ask her to do up and coming shops. You get on their good side, they'll start dishing out a little bit more money. Tamika, let me see, Queen. I gotta go find it. So I just dropped it, Queen. Check the chat now. Lady Empress says, her condolences to you, Queen Elizabeth. Kizzy said, oh, yes, the king of brandy. Yep. Nina says, fancy hands, time, etc. They denied me with the quickness. One of them actually gave a nice explanation as to why. I have a BA in economics. Sounds like I was overqualified. That has nothing to do with it, Queen. Nope, that has nothing to do with it. So, Meeks explained this earlier with fancy hands. The way to get into fancy hands, you have to be precise all the way down to the color. They are very, and I say this with a capital VERY, they're very ticky. So if you're given directions and you say, well, go to the stop sign, you need to put some colors in there. Go to the red stop sign with the white words in STOP and turn right. Go through the white door, the black door. You got to put some colors in there and you have to be specific. That is the way to get into fancy hands. It has nothing to do with a degree or anything like that. Nope. Got to be able to pass their assessment. Now, she gave the tip on the voice one for the sandwich. She said you have to be able to describe it and you have to pronounce the word correctly. Now, with time etc, I don't really know about that one. And the reason why I know about fancy hands because I tried them 4 times, and on that 4th time, a queen came on one of the live streams way back then, like back in 2019, 2020, and she said you have to be precise with fancy hands all the way down to the color. And once I got it and that clicked, I went back, I redid it, and I got in. Just like that, I was approved. So that's the key for fancy hands. Now, time etc, I'm not sure about that one. Cecilia, they give you AI projects based on educational background, or you can be a generalist. Celia says, before I started watching Two Chicks, I didn't know about the majority of these places. And a lot of people don't know. She says, oh, okay, have you done some? Dania says, I was around since 2021 and just came from the bookcase. Now, Dania says she was here back in 2021, but she just came from behind Tan's bookcase this year. And it can be, and I get it, because if I'm new and I don't know what y'all talking about, and I don't know how, the kings and queens are making money, it can be overwhelming. It can be. And it's scary. So I totally understand that. I do. Take some notes. Go back, watch the replays, join us on the next live stream or another live stream whenever you are able to come to the live streams. Jot down the information, go research some of the companies also. Because the first time you just may not get it. The first live stream, you just may not get it. You may hear me talking or hear Tan talking or watching the chat, but it just may not click for you. It may take 2, 3, 4, 5 live streams before it clicks. And I totally get that. Earl says, I'm doing the assessment. And Celia says, I'm going to have to take a look at it. Tamika says, Nina, they did the same to me, Fancy Hands. They probably denied me 5 times. Keep going, Tamika. You got to be precise, queen, with Fancy Hands. So just remember that with Fancy Hands, I have to be precise all the way down to the color. The color. The stop sign is red with the white STOP words, with the green stick or handle. If you have to describe it, describe it. Put it in there. Sherry says, I did pro living and I will only get the 49 cents instead of the 5. Can someone tell me what the trick is and the profile is done? Might have to change it up, Sherry. May have to go back in the profile and kind of maybe answer some questions a little bit differently. If they allow you to do that, you may have to do that, I would say. And if Earl can leave some tips or somebody else, please do so. Nina says, oh, yeah, I remember that assessment. She says, thank you. That sounds right. I think I had to email someone for my test. I don't think I did an email professional enough. Okay. Celia says, I always have my notebook and pen with me every time I watch a live because there's just too much information, tips, ideas, etc. You got to take some notes. Yes, ma'am. It is a lot. It is. It's a lot. We do give out a lot. Yeah, we do. Especially over the years, I think since the brand has grown, more people have joined. People are doing side gigs and side hustles. They're coming on. They're sharing, what they made. They're giving their testimonies. They're saying like how they were able to make $100 off of this, 200 here, 1,000 here, 2,000 there. So yeah, it is a lot, and it can be overwhelming. So I totally understand. Now, if you missed any of the good information that was provided in this live stream today, the stream will be up. Now, when it comes to the chat section over here, sometimes it takes them, sometimes 12 hours. I've seen it up in a few hours. Sometimes it'd be a whole day before you can see the chat section. So I would say maybe wait 10, 12 hours. If you still don't see it, give them till tomorrow. It just sometimes, I don't know why, but it takes a minute sometimes before YouTube processes the chat box. So if you don't see it, don't panic. It's there, but it's just taking them a minute to process it. Again, if you are new to working from home, look at these beginner-friendly jobs. Take your time. Read the job description. Make sure they hire in your state before you apply. If you missed the 10 part-time, I didn't really go over them, but there are 10 on this link. If you missed them, the link is in the chat. Be sure to check them out. These are non-phone, no interview. Some of them do not require experience either, and you can work these anytime. And the link is in the chat. Celia says, making sure y'all like and share. Somebody gonna win this laptop. I got it right here. And I got several more to give out. So make sure y'all like and share. Let me do this ASMR. Y'all like and share the video. I'm getting ready to get off here. I've been on here for 3 hours. I am getting ready to go. So thank y'all so much for joining us today. Well, joining me because Tan, well, she was here. She was in the chat. Tan was here in the chat. And I will catch y'all on the next video. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a great day. Like and share the video on your way out. Thank y'all so much. And Meek said, I'm going to read this last one. She says, yeah, almost all of us currently working with fancy hands has a degree or two. She says, oh, work with journalists, interpreters, tech specialists, different people. She says they are just very picky. And she typed the very with the VERY in caps. Thank you, Celia. Have a blessed day, Queen. Thank you, Queen T. Thank y'all so much. Bye, y'all. Y'all have a good day.